Okay, we're gonna be listening to parts 5 through 7 of Paradise Cantos, Cantos, all that. Ready, go.
Live. So we read your comments yesterday, and there are three concerns. The major concern is the sound quality. So Carol and our team are fixing that.
Nice.
Is that there are parts of the video missing.
A good steering wheel.
And so what Carol and her team are going to do is upload
nice.
version later today, whenever.
13,000.
And the third issue is the quality of the resolution quality. Unfortunately, because it's a live stream,
we
have to lower resolution in order to make it more smooth.
I've noticed this.
Upload high quality version later on. Okay.
Optionally,
for making this possible, and so we are going to continue the Divine Comedy today.
Nice.
But before I begin, are there any questions
or
concerns from yesterday?
Nice
Yes.
Hey, I want you to know I've been rocking with
So yesterday we got to Canto 4 and 5. 5. And my point is we were over 4. And in 4 I had this really big question. So in Canto 4, they show themselves to you here not because this is their sphere, but as a sign for you that in the inferior their place is lowest. So what I take this section to mean is that even though there's no difference in accommodations, so like there's a 5-star hotel, there's a 4-star hotel, and everyone goes to the 5-star hotel. However, there is a difference in prestige, as in their place is lowest. So my question is, if there is no difference in accommodations, then why does God divide them into castes of prestige?
Okay, good question.
Sephiroth?
So,
for stratification exalts
we are beyond having
public respect.
So everything is together. It's complete unity.
And positive intention.
Okay? Does that make sense?
It does to me.
Point 2 is that everyone is with God in the Imperium. That is what it is in reality. But to make it comprehensible to Dante and to us, Beatrice has constructed the heavens visually in the hierarchy. Okay? And then what is this hierarchy? This hierarchy is the amount of God that you receive in your soul.
You're the angle.
All in heaven, you're all with God.
Big ball is
but there's certain souls that are able to receive the light of God greater than other souls. And that is what the hierarchy is like. The closer you are to God, the more you are able to receive His light.
It's something about latency.
With God.
Piscean latency is crazy, bro.
And what differentiates
zero latency.
Your ability to absorb God is your understanding of your relationship with God.
I don't know what jersey we just wore.
Okay? So Ricarda is in the lowest sphere because she thinks that she is unworthy of God, she is unequal to God, therefore she must obey God. But that's not what God wants. God is all forgiving, all generous. He wants to come into you and become you. So you must welcome Him.
Get this compassionate engineer map.
I'm just a mortal. Okay? And so what's happened is
ostensibly
further from God because she thinks she's not worthy.
Much more of an 80.
To be close to the God.
Much more of an 80.
Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
So I fill my water reality. But for us to better understand this, they constructed a hierarchy of spheres. And each sphere has its own distinct characteristics, as we'll see as we go along. Right? Any more questions or yes?
Okay, so I was just rereading Canto 1 to 4, and there was a couple of lines in Canto 2 that caught my attention because at least I found them to be very interesting. So I want to read it out to you guys. So from line 23 to 25, it should be, but in a span, perhaps no longer than an arrow takes to strike, to fly, to leave. So ideally, I think the right order is first for the arrow to leave the bow, to fly, and then to strike. So why does Dante kind of like intentionally reverse this order in during this part of the text?
Okay. So first of all, we are beyond time and space, meaning that what's happening here in maybe our universe is just 1 second.
Okay.
Or less than that. Okay? So everything's happening at once.
I think I gave myself like a month's supply of freaking chlorophyll in one day on accident.
So he's trying to show you the speed at which things are happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Can you explain that? I actually need. I don't have access to the line.
It's in Canto 2,
Yeah.
from line 23 to...
Muay Thai greens. Muay Thai greens. What the crap?
Line 23.
I'ma be up in the club, doing whatever I
Okay. Can you read it again?
But in a span,
come on.
then an arrow takes to strike, to fly, to leave the bow. I reached a place where I could see that something.
I gotta shoot. I gotta warm up outside my house on this.
So I'm just like interested why Dante is reversing the order that typically an arrow shoots from the bow, because it should be.
I didn't see if I made it.
If it used to go, then it flies, and finally it strikes.
Whoa, wait, do we have an intro?
Okay. So this is poetry, and there are different
Nothing wrong with Danny.
conceptions. Okay? But I think what he's doing is he's collapsing time.
What about time
That
manipulating?
makes sense to you. Because like you say, the publishing of programs is you first leave the bowl, then you fly, then you hit your target, right?
Wait.
But then he's saying, I first hit my target, then I fly, then I leave. So I take this to mean the collapse of time.
Are we experimenting with a different...
Does that make sense to you?
I guess we're... Yeah.
Yes, we are in a place where time and space has collapsed altogether. Yeah, so there's no time and there's no space.
Agreed.
Right.
Shiva
So
Lingam.
there are
Global Shiva Lingam. Is that what you're saying?
interpretation is that this is happening so fast that it's beyond perception. You understand? Because what we're seeing is human perception, right? It's the human logic. And what he's saying is that this happens so fast, it's even beyond my perception. But another way to interpret this is it's beyond your perception because it's collapsing time and space. Okay? So does it make sense, guys?
Yeah. Offer,
Yes,
like a thought.
absolutely.
Yesterday you put on your board where there's a will, there's a way.
Mm-hmm.
And so in a way this reverse order kind of enunciates the importance of the aim and the goal first, and then goes backwards. And yes, chronologically it's different, but it's this is inspired by commentary here too. It's kind of how things actually happen, because where there's a will, there's a way.
I love that.
The goal first, the end first, and then everything else to see.
Sure. That's beautiful. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Okay. So again, there are multiple explanations. Right. Good. Okay. Yes.
So I hope that to add to that, because as I was
messed up my screen.
last night, I was listening to a book on Einstein, and the narrator connected it to Dante just coincidentally. And Einstein's working with space and time, and he had this that said, time is what prevents everything from happening at once. And then they said, much like Dante's Paradise, where everything can and does happen at once. They didn't pull that line up specifically, but I think that's the answer that Einstein came up with.
Yeah. I want to add to this point and point out that the greatest scientists, they were first and foremost poets. They were the ones who
Way be aggressive.
were willing to imagine a new reality.
Oh, yeah.
People like Newton.
Shoot. Oh, Miller. Oh, no, Lord.
That we forgotten, where before science was driven by the imagination, intuition, by poetry, by the occult, by a desire to be closer to God. And now we've broken science into these logical processes that are
be aggressive.
That's why
let's go.
The past 70 years we've accomplished nothing.
Super team.
Okay?
W super team.
70 breakthroughs for these past 70 years. Okay, so thank you for that. Any more questions?
No.
You begin? Yes.
This is a conceptual question. So yesterday you
asked
us repeatedly the importance of imagination and intuition. Now, according to my limited understanding, one of the criticisms of the Middle Ages is that it relied too much on mysticism and unreason. So if Dante is always a representative or a pioneer of the Renaissance, which is characterized in opposition to the Middle Ages, which must therefore be comprised of reason and the light of reason and rationality. Why is Dante's work?
Let's go.
Why does Dante's work emphasize intuition and imagination in such a way?
Great question.
Okay.
So a multifaceted answer
today. But
encompass that.
It's very much a revolutionary.
Can you agree more?
Respond to the limitations of his
he breaks chain. He breaks chain.
The biggest concern is that the Catholic Church is involved in geopolitics, meaning that the Catholic Church is trying to be the empire, and he doesn't like that because it obviously creates a lot of problems. It creates a lot of war. So,
crap. Is that on me?
One of his primary concerns
it doesn't matter.
Is that
yes.
As an empire, the Catholic Church is not focused enough on spirituality, not focused enough on mysticism, on the occult.
It's all relative.
Focused on power.
You can't avoid the occult.
Getting people to obey them. And that's what limited the imagination of medieval Europe. Okay? So we'll discuss this more this morning. But
what happened? What's going on here?
Does that answer your question?
Nice, good for you.
Okay.
Good for us.
Because
good for us.
Our conception of the Middle Ages
what just happened?
Is almost anachronistic. Okay, we're looking for our lens. Okay, but in the economy, we're seeing it from body lens. Right? The question? Yeah.
So one original question maybe for the book as well is just I still don't really understand how he came up with all of this. Did it came to him in a dream? Was it multiple dreams and that he wrote it down? And, did he just imagine it on his desk, or
what was that? Issue on, boys, bro.
And then so in depth as well. I don't understand.
Okay, so there are two major themes today.
Arena.
The theme is Dante's revolution against Catholic Church. Okay, what are some concerns with the Catholic Church and what
just King James just his father, the Capricorn.
The major concern is how did he write this? Because this is a time about where pen and paper are not that accessible. Okay, and he published it. He published first the Inferno and the Book of Glory, and then Paradise. When you read it, it is really coherent.
I'm stop.
Okay, it's almost like he first wrote everything down, then he shaped all three parts to be coherent to get the full substance. But we know for a fact that's not happened. So the major question is, how are you able
please board up, let's go.
Even before you write anything down, how are you able to structure in a way that is mathematically perfect?
Make chakras.
Right? So something that we will not quite discuss, something that we should discuss more, is the mathematics, the numerology of the Divine Comedy. There are three sections.
Wait, I need to go to the
section is 34. Second section is 33. Third section is 33. That's 100.
Okay.
Also, the number 33 has a lot of occult
30 to 30. 30 to 30?
Because 33 is the age when Jesus died.
Oh, come on, okay? Come on.
33 has a lot of occult significance. So,
this is like really weird. How was he able to, even before he wrote anything down, mathematically
Sorry, good luck. Good luck.
Line harmony.
Practice.
And this is something that we will address.
Oh, and his diamond, the captain.
What really is our connection to the divine? Okay?
Intrinsic.
So what I'll argue to you today is that Dante could have only written this if God exists. Okay? If God doesn't exist,
look at this, free meal.
There's no way you could have written it.
What? He was possessed.
Only if he is able
full and rich possession of characterization. That's the answer, really.
The soul, so what do you call it? Is he able to...
Hey, he has one.
Okay. And when we really try to understand divine harmony, you'll see that within it is divinity itself. Okay, so this is a question. That is the fundamental question we're trying to address these next 2 weeks. Okay, but thank you for that. Any more questions before we begin?
No.
Okay, good. Okay,
so that.
Yesterday we left off the Picarda, and the Picarda presents an extremely complex moral dilemma.
Oh no.
She did nothing wrong, right?
Nice.
She loved God.
That's why you be aggressive.
Then her mother, who is a duke or prince, I forget actually, he needs her in order to
take
So he steals her from the convent and marries her off. And again, she did nothing wrong, but she ends up in the low sphere of paradise. Okay, so she's in heaven,
and there's nothing wrong with it.
It's a furthest from God. And
furthest from God is crazy radio. Thank you.
She definitely had the church told her to do.
That doesn't even make sense, really.
She followed her heart, and she ends up furthest from God. And what we said is, it's because she did not actually just her will.
That was a bad shot, so that explains it. That explains it.
Right, and there are many things she has done. She has ran away. She has threatened her herself. And so there are many things she has done. Okay. What I'm going to do now is go deeper into this story and show you how complex it is. Right, and then I want us to use our imagination and intuition to figure out what the proper choice.
That would be right for me.
Right. So let me explain the situation. Okay. All right. So
what's your reaction time?
Okay.
Pause X and then repeat that.
That Picarda.
Don't steal that, Josh.
Has made a vow.
Nice take. All the way sharp.
And what Beatrice tells us is that making a vow is a very serious thing.
A
very serious thing, because the greatest gift God has given you is your free will. When you choose to surrender your free will to God, there's really nothing you can do to compensate for breaking this vow. So, part of the issue with that, she has a vow.
Get that out, coach!
Now, brother, and again, I don't know if this is historically true, but I'm going to create a scenario for you, okay? Her brother has a friend, and the two are trying to conquer Italy together, and they're in a battle, okay? And before this battle, the brother says to the friend, the Picarda's brother, if we win this battle, I swear to God that I will give you my sister.
That was 8 years. 8 years. That was 8 years.
Okay, there's another battle.
One more
and then win the battle. So that's the situation, right? Picarda has run off to a nunnery. Her brother is like, oh, okay, I swore to God that I would give my sister as a bride. Therefore, I'm do what I can.
How do you do all that, though?
To get her back. Okay? Right? Because I made a vow to God. So now, let us think deeply, okay, and say, let's say,
it's not about open shots.
Reason,
we climb that.
both Carter and then
Let's go think
her brother have true faith in God. Meaning, they will whatever they can.
No, I hit my knots.
Sure,
not like that.
they're going to put their vow to God. Right? So here we are, saying, I am on the roof. If you come and get me from the nunnery, I will go jump off the roof and kill myself. 100%. Yes, I know it is the greatest sin in the world to commit suicide. I understand that. But my vow to God is greater than the Catholic Church. And the brother's like, well, Picarda, I also made a vow to God. And God has
we're down 4?
victory in battle. And therefore, I cannot betray God.
Fucking no. You guys have it.
Oh, victory in battle.
I'm just a saying that should be OP.
To my friend, okay? So now, what we're going to do is, we're going to use imagination and intuition to figure out, first of all,
come here! And 1 and 3, bro.
What is the proper or right choice?
Patience, yeah.
Okay? So here, the part is,
there you go.
You know what? You come and get me, I'm going to kill myself. What's your brother going to do?
Not.
Yeah?
Personally, I think, assuming that the brother has true belief in God, I think this hypothetical is a little bit weird because, as you mentioned before, our free will is our most precious gift from God, and the only person you can promise you surrender your free will to is the person who gave it to you, as in God.
Let's go.
However, the brother here is playing God. The brother here is presuming on behalf of another to take away her free will. I know that in the Catholic Church, the wife swears obedience to her husband upon marriage, but this is the Catholic Church. This is not Dante's God. So how dare this brother, who has true belief in God, presume to spare his sister of her free will?
That was a great spin move, bro. Good.
Okay, I understand, but like, let's just play this game, okay? Let's just first use our imagination and play out this story, okay? Let's imagine we're writing a movie.
Why not?
Right? And this makes a great movie, by the way.
Sorry for that screen.
So Picarda is like, I'm gonna kill myself. What would the brother do?
He might not kill himself.
I think definitely it's her brother.
Oh! W point God, holy crap.
Brother held communion with his friend.
Jeez, mobile!
When the war, the brother will not allow her sister to die. That is why her brother gonna save Picarda if she wants to suicide. No, she's already dead. Like, she's already dead. No, I'm saying like.
Oh no!
I'm gonna focus on all the
good board. Oh, I messed up. It would have been a good board if I was bored.
Like save her. Okay. All right. So here, what he's gonna do now is say, you know what,
dude? I was there, but then you went to a freaking. You got a speed boost.
You killed her.
I didn't know you could speed boost. Oh my god.
Right? That's something he would do. Yeah.
Why couldn't she just marry his own daughter
plug in my computer?
or like another sister?
Because he made a vow. Right? He said.
Thank you.
Before this battle, he's saying this to his friend.
Go all the way, Wolf and one!
If you win this battle, I will give you my sister Picarda as your bride. This was already made this vow.
That's hilarious.
Alright, so now the situation is the Duke presents your mother and says, hey Picarda, you gotta come down here now. I'm gonna cut off her head. Alright?
I don't remember either of these campers.
He go gets another brother. No, Picarda go gets their father. And it says, if you kill our mother, I will kill our father.
Right. So they went for the steal.
Oh, it works, okay?
Okay, good.
So now it seems like Picarda has no choice, right? Because, I mean, to kill yourself is one thing, but to end up killing yourself and your mother is something you cannot possibly do.
I couldn't agree more.
What she does now is...
And T-Mobile brought this to you too.
Right?
But Oh, get me.
And if she has will,
I'm so slow. I gotta take out that. I gotta take that. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, go. Honestly, I feel like that was Sam Scarro's, bro. I feel like that was Sam Scarro's. I don't want to take responsibility for that.
The correct choice would be to surrender. Why?
Why? Because it's probably easier, most preferred. Hit it. Please hit it. I love the shot, though. I love the shot.
Because it's not just her. It's her mother. So if it's just her, it's her choice to...
I reach too much to be risking fouls on over the back, though.
Okay, so this is hard, okay? But I want you guys to imagine this. It's really hard. But what's happening is...
oh, please, cut.
I just surrender. I will cut off our mother's head. And it's like, fine, I surrender. What happens?
Lord Scooby-Doo. Where are you? We got some work to do. See, I didn't do any drill moves. I should have done some drill moves. That's on me. That might cost us.
I think you feel really bad about it, and maybe...
Oh, I could have. I didn't know. I thought Maharaja would have known.
I think so.
You from the back.
Oh, he did know. He did know.
It's very hard to go through the mirror, right?
Yes.
I'm so slow.
What does Ben want to do?
At first he just wanted to get married, but now he's
Why do you want to get married?
What? That's how he got there. He really got all of that.
Alliance, yeah.
For power, right? Okay. So you are a person helping on.
Sorry, I thought you.
And you see this scenario. You're like, screw this. I'm not getting married.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because you're not gaining power, you're losing.
You're losing friendship.
I hear that. You're not losing any power, actually.
Not just that, but it's you're breaking that family apart, I guess.
Please!
You're not actually forming the alliance that you want. You
What would
become
the
the
people
enemy.
think of you?
The Mother Slayer.
Yes, and what
No!
would the soldiers think of you?
Yes, Wolf. W Wolf. MVP.
Yeah, you understand.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay? So, it's really interesting how if you use your imagination and intuition, you just play this out.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Great board. Let's go!
But does the friend have a moral obligation to not go through this? Like, is it really relevant to do?
He's going with this song.
So this is more dilemma, right? Because they've already made a vow to each other. That if we win this battle, then I will marry Ricardo, right? Okay? So this is the point here. The point is, nothing in life is as simple as it seems. There's complexity. Okay? And this is a question like,
Sorry.
given this hard choice,
Good take, Doe. Good
what do you believe is the right choice, and how do you come to this choice? And what Dante is saying is, just your faith in God will lead you.
Oh my God. I'm a stinker. I'm a stinker.
So
I'm sorry.
cannot possibly map out what's going to happen. So Artist like, I know it is wrong for me to break my vow to God. And I break it
let's
to
go.
God is worse than my own life. Okay?
I hear that.
So that's her faith. My brother's like, no, I already made this promise
Oh no.
to my friend before God. I gotta break this vow, and therefore I have no choice. Like,
No! No! I thought I was in stride. Oh no.
He's not really gonna kill his mother, right?
Sorry.
And Ricardo, in this situation where my
I was trying to dump it.
I'm
just pack it.
because obviously
Like Brian's hot, dude. Blinker.
is so power hungry. He's willing to destroy the whole world, right? And when this happens, then God intervenes and implants ideas into people. The friend's like, screw this guy is crazy. I probably don't want to get involved. Right? You understand? So, the idea that Dante's friend shows us is you can never, ever truly strategize. You can never, ever truly map things out. Okay? Your best guide is your intuition. Your best guide is your faith and your will. And then things will naturally manifest the way you want them to manifest. Okay? Yes?
Now let's take a closer look at that tight first half for the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, I know.
Does that mean that as long as you have the faith in you, whatever you do, the God will lead you to the result?
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian
Anderson.
As long as
you could say that for sure. You could easily say that.
God will give you what you want.
Matrix, bro.
As long as you have the faith.
Dalen taught him.
The things you do, and God will lead you to the right answer.
Thank you.
Okay, so in Dante, in life, there are no easy answers. Okay? I'm going to say to you, maybe God, everything worked out. That's irresponsible. That's the wrong way to perceive things.
Okay, that.
The idea is that the world
nice.
is extremely complex. And often in life, it's better to trust your intuition than to trust your logic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Your intuition,
moon over
your connection to God, which is an expression of your faith in God. Okay, so when you say have faith in God, what it's really saying is have faith in yourself, have faith in your intuition. Do what you believe is right.
Keep shooting, shoot. Keep shooting.
Yes.
Since we're on the topic of hypotheticals,
nice defense.
I would like to know if it's possible to be put into a situation.
Let's go.
You have to betray a vow you made to God because you love God. So, for example, say there is this monk who's going to kill anyone, and right there is a man who is invincible to everyone except the monk. Like, you know how hypotheticals work by this point, and he's about to push a button that will destroy God. So, what would you do as a monk? You love God so much, you don't want God to be destroyed, so you kill the man and you break your vow. Is something like this possible?
All paradoxes will be reconciled.
So, the answer to this is...
Well, I found out.
What do you think is the right thing to do?
Yeah, so my question also just like, people have their own perspective. You can believe your own God, I believe my God, but is there a possibility that God is Almighty God? It means that it's truth. Everyone just refer to the one truth. Whereas these people have their own, imagination. So this is my question. So, is Almighty God there, or just the God which is existing individually?
So in the Divine Comedy, the God that presented is not the God of the Bible. It's not the God that you know.
Partitions? Oh, I see what you're saying.
This is in philosophy, what is called a monad, the soul.
Super off-center.
The center. Okay, the soul being.
Vishnu taught him.
We will go into what this God is later.
Nice stuff.
Okay? Okay. So, so what's really important is to appreciate that great poetry excites the imagination. Okay, it raises questions.
Thank you for getting back and knowledge.
And whatever problem arises, ultimately, you can't say, hey, what would, my parents want me to do? What would the church want me to do? You have to look inside your heart and ask yourself, what does my heart want me to do? And that's often in life your best guide to the answer. Does that make sense?
Nice. Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, follow-up question. Since you said in relation to my hypothetical
that was scripted.
What you think to be right, then we assume that the monk acted in what he thinks is right, and he killed the man, betraying his vow. However, because he acted in the way that he thinks is right, he still has the most of God in him, and he went to the uppermost layer of heaven. Let's say that.
No!
So what you are saying,
I could have actually... I was trying to pass that.
actions don't matter that much. She only has to forgive herself and rationalize her actions. Because if she rationalizes her actions and act of love to God, then she would be able to ascend beyond her lowest sphere. Is that what you're saying?
12 and less than
so there is a fundamental error in your logic. And the fundamental error is that it's up to us to be able to rationalize away.
How overpowered, Scrooge? How overpowered? Not with this passing system. Oh, sorry. It's not with it. It's so hard. It's so hard to make every pass, I swear.
To think away.
Except when I'm the stealer. Holy crap.
Please chunk away what we've done.
Let's go.
Okay. And we go.
Bouncing shadows regardless. It's bouncing shadows from
it's hard
side to side.
Understand. Okay, because you think that, okay, these people in history who killed millions.
I actually jumped.
Like Stalin, people like...
I didn't press the button hard enough, I think.
Well, logically, they did what they did.
I need to posterize it for that. It's crazy. Oh, shit. Guys.
I have to save my people. I have to make my people happy. And...
Oh, no way.
That's what you saw people do.
You can do that. You can just do that.
Okay. That's what we think they did.
Wrap around. I could do a wrap around.
But what... If you study literature, what you recognize is that there are many different dimensions to the soul.
I noticed this.
Okay? And maybe on the surface, you can lie to yourself.
It's like, there's like 108 dimensions of the soul or whatever.
You know exactly what the truth is.
Come on. There it is.
Okay, so...
So boozless. I got you, bro.
Doesn't get to the movie.
Quicker than he looks.
I will leave you with this idea.
Yes. And
you know what happens?
What happens?
When they think of Alex?
Oh yeah.
They have near-death experiences.
No, most of the time.
Or they do meditation. You know what happens?
What do you say?
Okay. The thing that happens is you are able to ascend a level where you're able to see...
I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was going to be wide open.
From the land of the person you hurt.
That's not a good excuse, by the way.
You're able to see when you die.
Or you're there. Good shot. Another one. I just sorry, I didn't... Why did you me? And I thought I ripped it.
Okay. It's pretty amazing.
Hazard, though.
Pretty psychedelics. Ayahuasca. People who have near-death experiences, they all say that. When this happens to you, when you actually ascend, leave your body, the first thing that happens is something called a light review, where you're able to see all the totality of the pain you cause other people. Even that cat you kicked, okay?
Especially that cat you kicked. What's that crap?
And you're like, wait a minute, I don't even remember I kicked a cat.
Yeah, he's tired.
Wait,
he says, what?
Right? Does that make sense? Just because
you would call timeout.
You would call timeout. Doesn't mean it's all you're able to think.
Yeah.
Wait, Professor, do you mean that, like, if I meditate enough, like, I'll be able to kind of, like, foresee the future?
Yeah, it does, actually. It does.
Or something.
I understand that.
Well, I did. And you did. Well, you actually didn't. You kind of altruistically, you definitely did.
I didn't need to do something for other people. For example,
I definitely didn't do the block without.
Everything you do is being recorded by the universe.
Yes it is. I'm just saying no, don't turn it over. No, don't turn it over. Pisces, all of that. Pisces, all.
And this eternal memory.
Let's go. Just for culture. Just for culture. Just for culture.
And even though
you can read this.
Even though you don't remember anything, when you die, after you die, this eternal memory will be revealed to you in this book.
It's because it's a play, that's why.
The question for you is, do you want to
see
this whole recording of your life, and you see all the pain you cause other people?
Yes.
Do you want to deal with that?
Yes, I do, actually. Okay. I want to burn it off.
This is the truth that's embedded in all religions.
And it's something that is also embedded in divine comedy. Right? So it's something that we will discuss later on.
It's because I was greedy. It's because I was greedy.
First of all, it's being recorded in
what? Yes, I know that. Stop saying that. Stop saying stuff that sounds
So you live a good life. This brings happiness to the universe.
I can figure out the
life. It brings.
This guy's loving the crap out of his life. One more.
So I have questions. So I curious about the relationship between this kind of memories and physical materials, matters.
Where's your memory stored?
Stretch out these videos.
Where's your memory stored?
Or your brain.
Are you sure?
No.
I am pretty sure.
That's been neuroscience.
Yeah, actually, I choose in philosophy and cognitive science.
Okay, someone Google for me. What evidence do we have that memories are stored inside the human brain?
Some about neuron pathways.
Google for me. Yeah, go ahead. Evidence that the memories are stored inside the brain.
Dude, I'm sorry. Is it? I'm done. What did it say? Let me know. Professor. Oh, something about lunar subconscious. I say moon. Guys, look at Mercury symbol.
Okay, can you read it through?
Okay. Memories are not video recordings stored in a single file.
The queens are on the fritz.
By altering the physical connections, synapses between neurons. When you learn something new, neurons form stronger neural connections through a process called long-term potentiation. NIH researchers uncover how the human brain separate where
we failed our dynamic goal. And we're down.
Brain. Memories aren't stored in just one part of the brain. Different types are stored across different.
We don't know. Okay? This is all sounding garbage for we don't know. The most basic question is where are your memories stored? We don't know.
I'm so potato.
Yeah?
Effectively, we do know.
Yeah, type. Type WC.
So there's this very famous case of this person called HM. He had his hippocampus was damaged, and so he no longer had long-term memory. And so, to some extent, through animal experiments, we can understand that memories, at least the function of memory, is supported by the hippocampus in relation with the cortex.
Type. Rewatch Steve Monsters.
That example, that case study, shows us
that we
can have access to memory.
That's good.
Does that make sense?
Good board. It makes sense to me.
That he no longer has long-term memory.
Great board. You get reward for that. You do.
Right?
You shot. Good board. Good board, King. Good boy. Either way, good position.
Long-term memories.
But I'm saying, how do you
what?
Memory? It shows that you can access.
That is the climbing hazard. That's what Cloud's trying to tell you. Cloud and Aquarius.
There's a disconnection between his long-term memory and his consciousness.
What does this guy think?
Right?
So I have assumes that some memories are stored in the brain. So what's the physical realizers of memory? If memory don't necessarily needs just physical realizers, so what's the relationship between memories and physical materials?
Okay, so there have been recent neurobiology studies.
Time out is what I should have done.
Argue that our memory, our consciousness, is stored inside the universe. Okay, so think of the internet, and our brains are just smartphones.
Oh no!
So our memories are stored on the cloud, and what our brains do is it accesses the cloud. Yes.
But how
I noticed that, Sophia. What the crap? Where are these DMs? What are these DMs from Virgo, bro?
It's getting older and older, and
Mars can be in Virgo too, dude.
So it becomes degraded.
Holy crap! You guys are just trying to give me a headache. It's a pain in my butt. Ruinous combo is so annoying, bro. So annoying.
A specific region in the brain is not related to your memory.
So you have a computer, right?
No. Yes, you do have a computer. Yes, I do.
Over time, as you use it more and more, the connection becomes worse and worse. Because it's an old computer.
It's the hard drive in the computer was broken or.
Look at this.
Just with,
I don't know what to do. So I'm getting bored, King.
There's memory for a computer. There are memories you can store on the cloud. There are memories you can access.
Get gold down. I have to get my surge so I can get gold down. That's the answer. That's the answer.
And I want to add
after that. I see you got dunked on again.
So
again.
It's a chemical compound that actually I studied neuroscience in college. It's a certain receptor in your brain that causes like a downward signaling effect that makes you meditate, makes you trip, and all that. And this is a very physical chemical thing. But now you said the memory is not about this material thing, but rather the universe.
Because of all my off-ball shenanigans?
Or spiritual kind of realms. How would you explain the differences?
Okay, so first of all, there's a difference.
Maybe it's my fault.
Right? And what is interesting is, depending on the psychedelic, you have different experiences.
I've noticed this.
At ayahuasca, you'll see like demons and
I messed up.
spirits floating around you.
Like the entities, yeah, I've heard of that. But the majority of...
Oh my gosh. It's because we get to play again. It's gotta be just get to play again. It's scripted.
At least maybe they share 70% the same. Like
3 for 6. He's 3 for 16. I'm 3 for 7. The only explanation is it's scripted.
That's the only thing it hits.
That's because I usually green those up. In canon,
like
in character, in character.
But the effects are more similar than they're different. Would you agree?
They're just as similar as they are different.
Is that you're looking at the hardware issues, you're looking at the software. Okay, does that make sense?
Firmware upscale
connection. Let's talk about the connection. You are analyzing it.
Go all the way. Let's go.
But who cares?
Guys, let's delete the 19.
Information you're downloading. Why are you going to download some information when you take a psychedelic?
What's your middle name,
The argument is that our brains exist in order to anchor
Dude, that's so cool.
to the material world.
I'm a foul out again.
The material world is what.
Wait, is that 3-point percentage?
Because if you just if your brain just can do whatever it wants, it's able to access all the information on the internet. The computer's going to explode, right?
Yeah.
So your computer has to be strategic about what information it absorbs and navigate the world. Right? Ultimately,
specs issue specs.
Like get on with other people, you have to have sex, you have children, right?
Yeah, this is
so that your brain is strategic in how it.
That's why we lost it, because I don't have it anywhere close to a triple
receives this information. Yes?
It filters out.
It filters out 99%.
Okay, I'm sorry.
When you take psychedelic, it actually reopen the gate of receiving more information.
And so you're now able to see all these different forces at work, including spiritual forces.
And also...
Please! I didn't get nothing. I didn't get momentum.
And so your field shut down.
I called for a 2.
So you're able to see it from a more objective lens. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that you say is actually...
Dude, I hate Guardian Infinity Simon. Holy crap.
The point I will make is that...
And when did he go to the Bulls?
Today,
much of him?
26 in China, it is a unique period in history.
I'm just getting hit by this, please.
History, okay? Most cultures were animistic, shamanistic, meaning it was just assumed that there are ghosts and spirits all around you.
Have spirits,
whooping my butt.
Spirits, but now we just use that as resources for our armies.
Right.
46? 47? Oh my god.
The vast majority of history, we just assume.
My defensive build is a defensive liability.
That there is a god.
Skill issue, issue skill.
All around us. These spirits manipulate us. Okay? And for the past 50 years, no. It's just us, and that's it.
I think I'd have 10.
And we don't
I only
know
have 4.
how consciousness works. We have absolutely no idea where memories are stored. Yes?
As it was building, you knew this was a
I want to add a comment. So,
come on, bro.
If the memory is stored in the hardware, stored in the brain as a hardware.
It's impossible to make every task in this game, except for the A, except for the holidays.
Exactly. So we cannot explain
Dude, I'm all over the climbing hazard, but then that's still the climbing hazard. Then who would be there to VBAC? I don't trust the VBACers. It's so hard to trust the VBACers. Every time I trust the VBACer, it gets agreed. I don't have to be back there anyway.
But we know there's certain people who can memorize Paradise Law.
Gotta be shocking. Type. Shot.
Right, and then we also know
reps.
The human brain is able to take tremendous leap of imagination, which if it were to translate into a computer, would require like entire worlds of computer that processing power in order to make the imagination leaps that we know. Right?
That's why I think a full reductionist view of the human brain and the relationship between the physical and spiritual is not ideal, because I study neuroscience. I know like something about the brain, but like we still cannot just like give up the spiritual part about it.
So again, I go back to divine comedy. Okay, if God doesn't exist, I have no idea how this was written. If God does not exist, I don't know how this was written. I just don't. How could one man...
Why is it even a debate if God exists? It's kind of weird. It's like, what if we just called God the universe? And then how ridiculous would it sound if we argued whether or not the universe existed?
And then, almost 1,000 years later, we're able to sit down together
pretty ridiculous.
And read it and understand completely what he's trying to convey. And not only that, but we find what he's trying to convey beautiful and truthful. How does that work?
Professor, if that was there that just like people right now just get smoking, get drinking, and nicotine, marijuana was just to inspire people who got high so that they can keep making good use of their brain for other people. The younger people that get unhappy, so they present up their brain, but you can just make use of about 100 maybe. Is it possible?
Okay. All right.
So,
I mean, the reality is that we don't have a Dante in this age.
Silver Aerial Wizard, what'll that do for me? Let's see.
We have unlimited wealth.
What'll that do for us?
To Dante, we're all kind of stupid. I don't understand how this works.
Interesting.
Okay. All right. So let's continue the divine comedy. Okay. One last comment, and then we'll continue the divine comedy.
Because we were attacked.
I think in this discussion, I think it's really important to separate the inside from the outside. So if you're talking about the inside, if you're talking about the literary genius of the divine comedy, then I absolutely agree with what you said. I think it's an amazing work, and I think if you're talking about God in the context of the divine comedy, then I absolutely agree with everything you said about divine inspiration. However, if you're going to take this to outside, if you're going to take this to our present day, if you're going to take this to our brains, our neuroplasticity, then I have to say that I am not convinced by your arguments, because I personally do not believe in God, and because many others...
This girl doesn't believe in the universe, non-locality and Saturn.
It's kind of weird that
let's see, what do I have?
Outside into our present day science.
1, 2,
okay.
It's going to take me 2 weeks anyway. Yoga ball.
Of speculation, of inquiry, of debate. Okay?
Wagwan.
So, you can believe whatever you want. All right. Anyway, let's continue.
Type.
Could you please read?
Mahogany.
Sure. We're picking up at Canto 5, line 43. Paradigm. Two things are of the essence when one vows a sacrifice. The matter of the pledge, and then the formal compact one accepts. This last can never be annulled until the compact is fulfilled. It is of this that I have spoken to you so precisely. Therefore, the Hebrews found it necessary to bring their offering, although, as you must know, some of their offerings might be altered. As for the matter of the vow, discussed above, it may be such that if one shifts to other matter, one commits no sin.
Walking.
But let But let none
Yes. Oh my god. Almost 420. That'd be good.
Waiting for the turning of the white and yellow keys, and let him see that any change is
99. Interesting.
unless the thing one sets aside can be contained in one's new weight, as 4 and 6. Thus, when the matter of a vow has so much weight and worth that it tips every scale, no other weight can serve as substitute.
Okay, so the idea here is that take your vows seriously.
Type, literally, bro.
In our book,
the most serious thing
said that there are 2 actions, okay, that make us fundamentally human. There are 2 things that we do, that we can all do, that make us fundamentally human. The first is to make promises. Okay?
Am I supposed to be doing it at that speed, or is that the speed that I'm going?
You're bonding yourself to the person, but you're also bonding yourself to the future. You're imagining together a future. Okay, does that make sense? So making promises is a very, very serious thing.
Like marriages.
And which expresses our humanity. And then there's another thing that we do that makes us fully human, and which expresses our humanity.
Shoot.
Do you guys know what it is? Promises. What's the other?
Have faith. I don't know. I have omniscience.
You're not a Christian.
At all.
But that's half the answer. That's making a promise. What's the other thing that makes us truly human, which expresses our humanity, which uplifts our humanity?
Language speaking.
Love? The animals can speak. Animals can love.
Art and imagination?
No, what?
Yeah, I would have said to create things.
No, there's something else.
Oh my god.
That makes us uniquely self-reflection. Self-reflection. Yeah?
Maybe language, like a development.
An action, guys. Think of an action that people. Yourself and other people. Of course, make promises, right? Making promises to affirm your individuality with another person and to imagine a better future.
Maybe to lie. But it doesn't uplift by something that humans.
Yeah, lying is a bad thing. Something that is truly divine that we can do.
Anything?
Yes.
Sacrifice.
Oh, altar.
What do you mean by that?
Ritual.
Forgiving oneself for another person's good, but inconveniencing and potentially hurting them.
Okay. All right.
Moving towards the direction that there is.
It's actually much more specific than that, okay?
Sorry, what was the last thing?
Okay.
Good.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's something that happens every day, right? So, for example, we're walking on the streets, okay? I don't see you. I'm walking really fast, so I bump into you, and you fall down, right?
Crap.
And I say, I'm sorry. You apologize, okay? And you forgive. You understand? These are the 2 things that make us truly human. To make promises and to forgive each other for breaking promises or for making mistakes.
You're killing me, bro.
So,
dude, the tension is killing me.
Really important idea, because you ask yourself, what makes a good society? What makes a just and happy society? And it's these 2 things. If people feel empowered to make promises, and if people feel empowered to forgive each other, because often, guys, it's hard to forgive each other, then this is a good, just, moral, divine society. Okay, does that make sense? Alright? So, we as humans should strive to create a society in which we can make promises and we can forgive each other, okay? Alright, so making promises is a very big thing, and what Peter's is saying is that
what the hell?
You make a promise.
I know what's going on.
It's so valuable that you can never compensate for it, okay? And the example she uses the part of makes a promise to God. Okay, and there's something she could do to compensate for this. But she also recognizes that
the turbo.
Nothing in the universe is absolute.
Nice.
So she's going to explain that the situation is much more complex than we think. Okay? Can you read, please?
Sure. Paradise, Canto 5, line 64. Let mortals never take a vow in jest. Be faithful and yet circumspect, not rash as Jephthah was in offering his first gift. He should have said, I did amiss, and not done worse by keeping faith.
Okay, this is really interesting, okay? Does anyone know who Jephthah is?
Who is?
Okay, all right, so let me tell the story of Jephthah. This is in the Bible, and it's in the book of Judges. Okay? And Jephthah, he's obviously a leader of the Israelites, okay? A leader of the Israelites.
But darling, it's you.
And he goes to war, goes to battle, and he says, Dear God, I swear to you, if I win this battle, if you let me win this battle, I will give you as an offering the first person to walk in my door. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh.
He's made this vow to God. And according to Beatrice, if you make this vow to God, you must keep it. Who's the first person?
I thought I gotta do turbo meter.
Who's the first person that walks in the door in his house?
Oops.
You guys know?
Nah.
Daughter.
Oh.
His daughter.
Ah, technicalities, bro.
Right? So what does he do? According to the Bible.
Let's see. Wait.
Well, yeah, he kills the daughter, okay?
What?
According to Beatrice, is this good or
What
bad?
the crap? W.
No, it's not a gray area. What did she say? What did she literally say? And what?
You should have said I did amiss and not done worse by keeping faith.
He should have broken the vow.
Oh.
She said, break that vow, man. I don't care if you make that vow to God. You get to kill your daughter. Don't keep that vow, man.
Gotcha.
So this is a paradox, right?
No way.
Someone help me understand this paradox.
Oh, you know I can do that? Oh, wait. So then...
Like, Picarda has ended up in the bottom of heaven because she's...
Let's see. Wait, can I even
She had fear in her vow, so she didn't complete her vow with 100% total faith. And so here, he's putting himself in some sort of lower level or even maybe out of heaven, I'm not sure. But he's never going to get the higher level to heaven because he's not taking his vow seriously. But it was a vow that he could never commit. It seems to be Jebet.
You can just go.
Jeff is a reference.
You can just go crazy. Wait, hold up.
And she explained to Dante, take your vow seriously and don't be like Jephthah. But that's a paradox because Jephthah did take his vow seriously.
Type.
Right? So someone explain to me the reasoning.
Yeah, someone explained that to me too. Someone explained that to me in Professor.
You understand it's a paradox. She said,
all paradoxes will be reconciled. I know that much.
Seriously, and don't be like Jephthah, who did take his vow seriously. Yes, you, then you. Okay, yes?
I think taking it seriously is understanding the weight of the vows you make. That when you make a vow, you taking vows seriously and don't simply make the wrong vow.
2K generics again, Amsterdam. Vitals.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's the same.
Give me about that.
It doesn't help me understand the paradox here. There's a paradox. Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is, I think that God instituted all this understanding into us so that we will be able to follow His rules. So, as I mentioned before, like the first time when we were doing the hypothetical about Picarda, I mentioned that if you truly believe in God, then you should truly respect God's gifts, and you should truly respect God's most precious gift, which is free will. So God instituted this understanding into us so that we will be able to not make promises such as this. It's like prevention. It's like a vaccine. It's like a prevention shot. Is that possible?
I still don't understand what you're trying to say. Explain to the paradox where Peter said, take your vows seriously. And don't be like Jephthah, who took his vows too seriously. It's a paradox.
Oops, I forgot to.
I'm sorry, you first?
Could this be like a jab at the Catholic Church? Yeah, what he does is a jab at the Catholic Church. But yeah, can you explain? Well, just saying that obviously there was gentler from the Bible, and he obviously followed through with this vow. Used sort of zero circumspect and rationality to look back and realise that it's wrong. And maybe at the time of writing, a lot of religious people would have taken more of that view. But he's showing that you need to sort of have more tact. Okay. Yes?
Well, my answer would be that Hannah Arendt said that like the first thing is what makes us human is to make promises, and then the second
superhero
thing
squad, sober
ourselves. This is probably to forgive ourselves is more important than
you want to win a game, but you're super high, man.
Just forgive himself for breaking the promise.
Yes, that's right. So that's what Beatrice wants. Like,
talking a lot about promises. I don't remember any promises that I'm willing to break that I've promised. You know,
you did it rashly, right? So just forgive yourself and not kill your daughter, man. Yes.
Kill your daughter, man. It's literally because Hera's a torture expert. It's because Hera's a torture expert.
I read Infernal first, and I think that in Infernal, if you commit like treachery against,
you're not fooling me, you're
murder, and that doesn't mean that you just belong to this.
I couldn't. That's 2-way 3-point slasher. Same W.
I think that this is kind of a kind of saying. So like,
this guy's from
compared to breaking a vow, like if you kill your daughter, you're gonna end up farther away.
I'm just as many friends as the guy with the most amount of friends.
Maybe a promise, you will probably end up like the Carter. So that is so much better than ending up.
But why is treachery so bad? Why would treachery be worse than breaking a vow to God?
It's totally. This is also the stuff, right?
So because they are like your own flesh and blood. What? So,
well,
that would be
yes. Oh,
so
I'm getting trolled. So it's because they AD. It's because they AD.
Okay, the problem is that Jet had to kill the daughter. Okay, let's just say. Okay. The person coming in the door is not the daughter, but the end. That was okay, right?
Type.
That was okay. Because it's not the daughter, it's the end. Let's kill the end.
I think he would, if he would kill the ant, then like he would probably still end up like in the second circle.
I think so as well. Okay. So now it's like it's not the ant, it's the neighbor. That's okay now, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, in the front of the neighbor, you also.
Okay, you're still bad. Okay. Let's give me the daughter. Okay, how about I don't know, stranger? Yeah.
Thank goodness.
That's still
grateful. Shout out to Jack.
So beautiful kills. Okay. He's still in the house. Right? So what's going on here? You say flesh and blood, but it's not flesh and blood.
Crap.
And it's not treachery because it's not
in this case.
Bro, you're spitting facts, professional.
That's why it's so bad. That's why he is like the key example.
I understand, but I'm saying like
total perspective. A perspective is leverage.
Just say the complete stranger. Is it okay now?
Oh, okay, good defense. But, was it ever okay?
Okay, all right. Okay. So
it's Dante's Inferno. Is it okay?
Okay. So what
is it okay?
Is I'm 100% like hypothetical.
Were you paying attention when this guy was suffering through the pits of despair? Or not.
I'm a wife, and I love my wife. Right? My wife says to me, "If you truly love me, you will go stay up okay, so I can buy a Porsche." Okay. This is just hypothetical.
I thought he was about to spin.
My wife would never do that.
That'd be so weird if he spun.
What's my response now?
You gotta let me know.
If you truly love me, you go and steal $1 from the bank and fucking Porsche.
Is it possible about sabotage?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Just you love me, so have you do something for me? Is it kind of this?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Because I've taken care of you. Is it possible?
What is my proper response? So you're saying my response should be, you know what?
Proper response is a crazy thing to say. Like there aren't so many degrees of freaking mid-heaven.
Like what's my proper response?
What's your proper response? It can be, you can be polite, or it can be a rude drunk. Crap. I wasn't ready for that release, honestly.
Okay. So this is really key to understanding God, okay? So my wife says to me, if you truly love me,
I should try to time that.
Go to banks and buy me a Porsche, right? Or go start a business and make $1 billion.
Do I have to?
And so you think I should go and make $1 billion? So my wife showing my love.
You can do it just for the game, for the love of the game, dog.
It's a great thing for me.
Like his play. Wouldn't let me.
Yeah, because it's to investigate why she would make such.
Gotta get my freaking brown plaque or whatever. No, we're just playing.
That's what I asked her. Like, if you really want to do it, just I really want to do it. They're so stuck, right? Maybe just
wait. Interesting.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, you just leave her.
I want to give you one.
That does mean that she doesn't actually love you, because the real love is unconditional.
Looking for the main attraction.
Yeah, it's like I'm probably gonna hold a similar opinion.
What's up, bro? Nothing much. Just trying to clinch a playoff spot. To be honest,
like, based on the Plato's game theory, like you mentioned in the video, and I think if she just cannot know what happens beyond the mirror, then and we never can wake up a person that do not want to be awake. So we will possibly just leave her and find someone else that we have the similar opinion or similar.
Oh, I gotta upgrade this.
I was just saying we need to say no.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, all right. This is hard. Okay. The right decision, the right course, is to walk away from her. Right. Because the logic is this: if she's making you this request, like if you truly love me, go steal me. Right? Well, first of all, she doesn't love you, right? She can't possibly love you if she's making this request, because you go rob a bank, they're going to put you in prison, right? You're not gonna go buy the car. You're gonna
How is that early on push?
Number two is
I don't get that at all. Honestly.
If she doesn't love you, right?
This is so confusing.
It's wrong. You understand?
No, I don't understand it. I'm going on the push.
You should let her go find someone who's right for her.
I'm so tripped out.
Does that make sense?
No.
No sense. So this goes back to this case where Seth is saying, I love God so much that I'm willing to give him my first daughter. And God's like, that's not what I want, man. I don't want this crap from you. You understand? So what faith is first and foremost understanding the nature of God. You understand? God is first and foremost love. And when you kill your daughter, it's an act of treachery, which degrades.
First of all, don't kill
him. So you are not obeying God, you're betraying God.
Is the killing the daughter symbolic for being mad at your mom?
If my wife were saying, go rob a bag, okay?
Peace out.
I have to say to her, no. It means I love you that I'm not going to do this. Like, go rob the bank. It's only because I want to possess you. It's only because I want to control you.
That's it.
That's an act of
nice shot. Way to start us hot. Dude.
Okay, does that make sense?
It does.
Okay?
Oh, let's go.
Isn't
that so refreshing?
The nature of God is love itself. And because God is love itself, and because God loves you unconditionally, God with
come on! I heard it. I could help. Wow.
You
threat or
hurt someone. Or betray yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so when you make this vow,
no,
I promise you, God, that if I win this battle, I will kill the first person who walks in the door. I'm not going to ignore you. Okay? You understand? I don't care. No one cares if you make this promise. God's not going to make this promise. God's just going to ignore you because they came
Fully furnished.
Rationalists. It was because you don't understand God. Okay? If you don't understand God, there's no connection. There's no way you can make this
Speak for yourself.
Yes?
You're tired.
And that's exactly what I'm
My take!
to say. So if you truly understand God, then you would never make such a vow. It's like a vaccine. God has put in us the understanding that we would not make such a vow. That's the vaccine to prevent us from doing something like this.
Okay, yeah, but then why do people make these vows?
Because they have not taken the vaccine, because they have not been in contact with God. Therefore, such a vow is ungodly.
What are they talking about?
They break their connection to God.
That's what I'm saying.
By understanding themselves more.
What? That's how you break your connection to God? What is that? Illegal
authorities and provisions. It's up to us to make ourselves His vessel. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying like
how could you separate yourself from everything? How could you not be a part of everything?
Because what we
it's a non sequitur. It's a non sequitur. It's more of a non sequitur. It don't make no sense. Would be aggressive.
Right, because we have free will, as you mentioned before, whether or not to lose our connection.
Come on, he freaking
make this.
Sir, this has got to be the most plot-based freaking matchup of all. They're trolling me.
Yes.
I think it was in the really hot Korean battle and he got to really help him. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
We wanted power. And that's like move them away from God, you understand? But you want ruling power, that's like severe.
Okay, well you could have jumped.
And you've always had it, but you lose it.
Get off.
Power.
Dude, get the ball in play.
Alright, like
Can I ask something before we move on? So,
can I ask you a question?
Life seems to be fraught with
number one, where do you get off?
minefields of vows that people can make on your behalf. So we've got.
Guys, we're super team. We're super team. If I just play half well,
and
if I just don't play like a warthog with a freaking tusk stuck in his skull,
she
we should be fine.
90% faith instead of 100% faith, and she was a bit fearful. But so Jephthah's
dude, he gets everything. He said. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bestowed upon her. And you said that God ignores vows when they're made.
I can't. I didn't call for it. That's why I think it worked.
You're ungodly. I'm not getting the word in but there is some connection here with Karna and her brother because the vow.
Come on, I'm sorry.
It's a power in there.
Can you make this pass or no?
And her place in heaven suffers because of this whole.
You got to test those things out. Nice
situation. So I guess maybe my question is getting toward like.
Sorry.
Where would Jephthah's daughter be in the hierarchy?
Good hit. Oh, good look.
Would she end up in the order because submitting to the father's death would be like form of suicide?
That's a really good question. Yes. Okay. So. Sorry. Jephthah be
bash up.
The non-correct.
Bash. Okay. Oh, just like a sir. Thank you.
Okay, but like first.
Thank you, W Shark.
You guys know where Jephthah would be in Inferno? He's actually not. So where would Jephthah be in
crazy move. Nice.
Which level? Inferno, Purgatory, or I don't know. Why Inferno?
You killed a student.
Sorry, it's space late.
He's not a Christian. Okay? He's Inferno because Jesus. Therefore, he could not become a Christian. Therefore, he could not act.
Point
one. Point two is, what would Jephthah's daughter be? You guys know?
Hera. Man, blind. I like it. I like the aggressiveness.
I mean, following that logic, has not known Jesus, but not knowing how she has acted in her own life, I'm just assuming that she has not killed anybody else. And so this is, she was killed against her, presumably against her own will, and even if it's her will, she was a victim.
Yeah. Who's the hero of the story? the hero of the story?
Time out. We greased it.
Because she understands
Dante's the hero.
She wants to keep it despite that she has to sacrifice herself.
Yes. Okay. If you read the Bible, it's clearly the daughter who was the hero of the story. She really sacrificed herself to ensure the father keeps the battle, right? Because if you read the hero of the Bible, the worst thing you can do is
in turnovers.
God. So she would actually be in paradise. Okay. Does that make sense?
Does it make sense that Paradise Law?
This is a paradox of divine harmony where there's a rule that if you're not a Christian, you can't be in paradise. You can only be in purgatory or in inferno. But because
Cheese mobile. All the cheese mobile. Ooh, Michael Jordan.
Okay?
Michael Jordan.
Right? And so it doesn't logically make sense, but it makes intuitive sense. Does that make sense? Yes?
You said the sacrifice.
The story is that, okay? The story is that Jephthah to win a war because he's leader of the Israelites, okay? The Israelites have lots of enemies. Because it's the Middle East, right?
Read it! And good luck. I love that.
But before the battle, Jephthah said,
well, it's a great character, bro.
I win this battle, I swear to God, I will offer a sacrifice to my door. Okay, he makes his vow. He goes home. The person walking the door is his daughter. Now he's screwed, okay? Because either you kill your daughter or you defy God. Right? So he is completely utterly screwed. What the daughter says is, Father, let me make my own offering. Let me sacrifice myself.
I'm not even watching.
So that it absolves you of the guilt of killing.
Come on! It was so obvious he was going to spin. I thought I could steal it. That was my gamble.
Your father's
gamble. I watched him Aladdin.
God.
Issue agility.
The paradise is an act of love. He's completely selfless.
And it's nice, fine. Come on, he's all up in there. He's all infiltrated.
Elevated to paradise.
Pro timeout.
Okay. Is that clear, guys?
Yeah, that's good. It's good. This guy's a pro. Unnecessary.
Needs to be necessary if it can be.
Really? I feel like I've been important to.
It's really means because you said that the will to die. It means that you can go to paradise. Is that what you mean?
No, I just said a selfless act of love is what elevates you to paradise.
I've noticed this consistently.
The action itself.
That's why we deliver frequently.
But there should be acts of love.
You're a dog, honestly. Wolf's the dog. Wolf's the dog. Write that down. Wolf's the dog. Honestly, I love all of them, bro. I love all of them. I love a player with a good freaking shot attempt tendencies, bro.
She doesn't believe in Jesus, but if God could put it anywhere, God would put her.
But both of us have to get screwed over? Wolf, please, trust me to cover. I covered 2 people with my lead. You covered 0 with yours.
So this is subversive because
Carter, just teach him.
Unless you're a Christian, you can't go to paradise. You read the economy. There are some.
Dude, Anthony Simons is so freaking deaf. Simmons,
that makes sense.
Dude, it never works. It's not open play. It's not open play. Just for floppy.
Seriously, and isn't that the same?
Yeah, the Catholic Church.
Easy money.
The Catholic Church.
Easy money for CPU.
But these are the Hebrews. These are the Israelites. Okay? So this is a different local context. And
let's go. I love the shot. Get bored. Let's go. It's all right. How best was?
Okay.
I check.
Okay, let's. So Carol, can you give me one?
Paradise, Hunter 5.
Let's go. Legal screening.
57.
We
should have said I did amiss and not done worse by keeping faith. And you can find that same stupidity.
So you said that paradox in the sentence, right? We worse by keeping faith. Does that make any sense, okay?
And you can find that same stupidity in the Greek chief. When her fair face made.
I gotta lock in. Let's go ahead and do my job. Shoot,
and make the wise and make the foolish weep. Of her when they heard tell of such a word.
Okay, so this is also a really interesting story, okay? So, just saying that there are 2 really stupid people in this book. First is Jetpa. The other is Agamemnon.
So
that's
because I use up all my squares.
And what's also for war, of course, is that Troy steals Helen of Sparta. And so Helen is the most beautiful woman in the world. And all the Greeks
I can't believe I don't believe that.
Helen. And it seems like a war is about to break out among the Greeks. And so what the Greeks decided to do is...
Let's go! Great shot.
Whoever wins...
You know, we need all the momentum. Let's go, momentum. I can't believe I was wide open like that. But I feel like half the time those end up being freaking contested through bad shots.
If someone tries to steal
tough, trying to bounce the shadows regarding us. And I foul him.
And so, Helen marries Menelaus, the brother of Agamemnon, and the king of Sparta.
I remember that.
Then Paris steals Helen, and now
the
Greeks are obligated by this goal to go and
sub me out too. Sub me out.
This is what starts the war. Agamemnon is the leader of the Greek army. So the Greeks assemble this huge fleet off the coast of Greece, and they're about to sail the Adriatic. And
that worked out. What are the odds? Yeah.
Is that Agamemnon killed?
I can't believe I passed that.
Like a secret animal.
Just turn over and discuss. Stats lie, bro. Stats lie.
Screw you. You Greeks aren't going anywhere. And she destroyed. So there's no more win. Okay. So the Greeks are stuck where they are. So Agamemnon's like, no, we need to go to Troy because of this oath to the god. And he also probably says, what can I do?
That works? No, it didn't.
And the prophet says, if you kill your daughter, Iphigenia, Artemis will be...
You missed?
Okay? So Agamemnon...
Sorry, it took me forever to know what position you were.
Even though Iphigenia is extremely popular among the people. And it's also like his daughter.
I can't believe the window was big enough for me.
This was...
I was in the Muay Thai or nothing.
And ultimately, if you know the story of the Greek, what happened to Agamemnon because he killed Iphigenia? You guys know the story?
Are you talking about the meerkat?
Yeah, I think Iphigenia's mother, Clytemnestra, revenge on Agamemnon.
If your daughter were killed by your husband, what do you do?
Bro, you'd be really mad, bro. Call cops.
Clytemnestra plot this vengeance against Agamemnon, and so when Agamemnon comes home, Clytemnestra kills him. Okay? So, could Agamemnon have known this?
If he was a Pisces, yeah.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
So that this is why it's stupid. Okay?
Sorry. I want to steal, right? Because they look so freaking carefree with the ball, and when they shouldn't. When I'm a shark, I'm not.
That's a typical stupid.
They get away with it.
Well, you're reading after.
Paradise Canto 5, line 7.
Get away with anything.
Christians proceed with greater gravity. Do not be like the feather at each wing. You think that all immersions wash you clean.
It actually works for me. You know why? Because he is mentally flexible.
Church to guide you. You need no more than this for your salvation.
Okay. What is she saying here? Okay. What is she saying here?
Hey!
Is she saying... Okay.
The Lord, King!
Yes. It's important to keep your house to God. But at the same time, use your brain.
Green up or something?
And how can you use your brain?
There's so many different ways. Leverage lack, balance, trichome.
That's the old and the new.
You can hit that, bro. You're allowed to.
To guide you.
No one's stopping you from hitting that, no. Not true, actually, sadness.
This is very subversive. If I'm like at a church and I hear that, I'm pissed off. Why?
Bring the key.
You don't need the priest.
No. So you might as well just use the gold Deadeye, but leverage gold Deadeye until it's Hall of Fame Deadeye, bro. I'm down.
You can understand.
I'm good. I should have pressed square.
Okay. What are you not allowed to do at this time?
Muay Thai?
Read the Bible.
Read the Bible for yourself.
King James Bible?
What I'm saying is like, hey, you really want to understand what is true.
I believe
the Bible.
I believe that we will.
Okay?
I believe that we will.
Yes?
So this is something I'm really confused about. So first, you said that we should follow our intuition because our intuition comes from God. And then you said that we should...
No way our intuition comes from God!
And then you said that we should read
I agree.
the Bible.
But that's not really saying too much, because if we use God as the universe...
If we presume that
what is that really saying?
need to make himself manifest in such things as the Bible or even the Catholic Church, then what is God? How should we...
I can't believe they got away with it, bro.
Alright, so first...
Dude, this is such a low-scoring freaking game. Holy crap.
A question, okay? Have you read the Bible before?
Parts of it.
What's the problem with reading the Bible?
Parts of it. A lot of parts of it. What's the problem with it? Make it bored?
Loads of versions.
It's pretty complicated. So what's the only way you can actually read the Bible?
Can with the tempo. W. What's the problem with the Bible? What's it? The only problem? Oh, it talks about
So I'm
slavery.
reading the Bible using logic. Good look at that one.
Mars rules, bro. Mars rules the Bible, too. If you thought Mars ruled Nakshatras, wait till you see the Bible.
What's the contradiction here? What I'm saying is, okay, yes, I understand that you made this vow to God, and you want to know what to keep and what to break. Use your intuition. How? Read the Bible.
Please, greenness, bro.
Please. Okay? Once you have these two elements,
I love it. I love the shot. I love the shot.
Read the Bible, then this will be the path to your salvation. What is really
green that? Oh, I should have jumped. I didn't know that. I should have jumped. Dude, I wish I had assists. Holy crap. Lobbies usually? Really?
Yes.
Get assists?
So what you are basically saying here,
Michael doesn't want to
back
curl.
to my inside-outside metaphor. So what you're basically saying here is that we have to use our intuition, but our intuition is not entirely of our own control because we cannot use our intuition to forgive ourselves of everything we have ever done, and therefore our intuition is something outside of us, and therefore God is a concrete existence somewhere outside of us.
Okay. All right. So let's try to make this simple. Okay. It might be wrong, but let's try to make it simple. Okay. Your intuition is ultimately your connection to the divine, to the universe. Okay. It's like, where does your intuition come from?
Oh, good move.
The source.
Good move.
But there are ways in which to strengthen this connection. Okay? Knowledge, reading, inquiry, faith, love, faith. Does that make sense? So live a life of love, faith, inquiry, sort of knowledge, and this will strengthen your intuition. Because for Dante, science and intuition are not mutually exclusive. They are independent. They are codependent. Only with intuition can you truly
good angle, dude. It's impossible.
Does that make sense, guys?
It's impossible.
All right. Let's go on.
Paradise, Canto 5, line 79. If evil greed would summon you elsewhere, be men and not like sheep gone mad. So that the Jew who lives...
I think it's because I'm handling the ball too much as a shooting guard, honestly.
Do not act like the foolish, wanton lamb that leaves its mother's milk and heedless wants to war again. And harm its very self.
I just want VC and all that.
The features I hear transcribed, and then she turned, a longing at the full, to where the world is more alive with love. Her silence and the change in her appearance imposed a silence on my avid mind, which now was ready to address me question. And even as an arrow that has struck the mark before the bow cord comes to rest, so did we race to reach the second realm. When she had passed into that heaven's light, I saw my lady filled with so much gladness that, at her joy, the planet grew more bright. And if the planet changed and smiled, what then did I, who by my very nature am given to every sort of change, become? As in a fish pool that is calm and clear, the fish draw close to anything that nears from outside, if it seems to be their fare. Such were the far more than 1,000 splendors I saw approaching us, and each declared, "Here now is one who
I remember this.
our love."
You don't remember this last time?
Each shade approached one song because of the bright radiance it sent forth, the joys with which that shade was filled. Consider, reader, what your mystery and need to know still more would be if, at this point, what I began did not go on. And you will, unassisted, feel how I long so to hear those shades narrate their state as soon as they appeared before my eyes. O you, born unto gladness, whom God's grace allows to see the thrones of the eternal triumphs before your war of life is ended. The light that kindled us is that same light which spreads through all of heaven. Thus you would know us, state yourself as you may please. So did one of those pious spirits speak to me, and Beatrice then urged, speak constantly, trust them as you trust God. I see plainly how you have missed it.
Attention's crazy.
See, you brought from your eyes.
He's gonna hold the ball.
Listens even as you smile.
Sounds just like a car.
Who you are, or why, good soul. Your rank is in a sphere concealed from mortals by another planet's ray. I said this as I stood turned toward the light that first addressed me, and at this, it glowed more radiantly than it had before. Just as the sun, when heat has worn away the thickness of that moderated rays, conceals itself from sight through an excess of light. So did that holy form, through excess gladness, conceal himself from me within his rays. And so concealed, he answered me even as the next canto is distinct.
Okay, alright. So what's happening, of course, is that Dante creatures are crawling through the cosmos. They're going from sphere to sphere. They are now in a new sphere. And the person they meet is Justinian. Justinian was emperor.
Let's go.
Okay? Probably the greatest emperor, Byzantine emperor.
We have to agree on that.
We will now talk about the history of war.
Probably.
Next unquote. Question. There's a word here that should
good word, Wolf.
It's a really weird word. If you are a Christian, you're a practicing Christian, you hear this word and you basically shudder. You're like, what? Okay, it's like basically someone hitting you. What is this word? The word doesn't really belong. It should not be here.
Go forwards, backwards, I love you.
Another word that should not be in.
My goodness.
Heaven. It makes absolutely no sense. What's the word? Holy. Holy. No, holy is the word that you would want in heaven, yes.
I agree.
Born? Huh? Born? No. There's a word that's like, what is it doing here in heaven? You're like, this is wrong.
Over and back? No.
Alright. So, it is... Sorry? Yes. Thank you. So, what is going on here? You guys understand this?
I don't.
Yeah, you're a Christian. There's one God. And it is sacrilege to say there is another God.
Oh!
There can only be one God. What?
But the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit?
Speak properly. Trust them as you trust God. Peter says to Justinian, talk to Dante, speak the truth, talk to them as you trust God. It's a really strange word, right?
Shit.
It's
on my fault.
God's,
I don't know who that is, honestly.
Yesterday we talked about how
she was
like Dante prayed to, for example, the war and the Muses. even though he was like Christians.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that can only be the reference, right?
Let's go.
Polytheistic means one God. The Greek are polytheistic, meaning many gods, right?
Talk. At least 7.
So the idea I'm trying to convey is that there's a subversive quality.
I can't believe you wouldn't be past at any point there. I would have stolen the crap out of it.
You can choose to just read it like as a Christian text, and quite honestly, most people do read it as Christian text. And in the next, and I point this out because the next canto, we're just studying
just blur it out.
the entire history of the Catholic Church, okay? From its beginnings in Rome to the Holy Roman Empire, okay? And that's the official chronology as presented by the Catholic Church. But what I'm trying to show you is that there are small things embedded throughout the text that subvert the traditional understanding of Christianity. It doesn't make sense, guys. And unless you read it deeply,
that's
you can't actually appreciate it. Yes?
We see this as a humanistic perspective. Like, we often say, modern-day celebrities are called stars, right? And sometimes we say gods of the literary canon, and sometimes we almost worship the greats in our history. And can this be seen as this pioneer of the humanistic perspective that humans can be great in and of themselves, even those who are not great through religion, like pagans, like Archimedes?
Exactly, okay? And what you say is the Renaissance, okay? What makes the Renaissance a revolution in human affairs is that, as you say, it celebrates the human spirit.
I press square for that, honestly.
The force for innovation and growth.
I hear that.
This is
what should have done.
Okay, and it starts with Dante. It is Dante that launches the Renaissance as well as modernity. It is Dante that promotes the idea of the individual that we understand today, but which was revolutionary back in his time.
They call him Anthony No Weakness Simon. Holy crap, bro.
Oh, yes.
Brought to you by T-Mobile.
We have another 20 minutes, but I want to talk about
leverage lack of protection.
So, I don't want to get an impression
2 points is 2 points.
That our discussion is the end on.
What's your ball control? What's your ball control, Anthony?
I want to go into the limitations of the discussion. Okay? The first limitation, as you can appreciate, is this is written in Italian. We are reading English because we don't speak Italian. This is a severe limitation because it prevents us from doing literary analysis. We can't study the word, we can't study the diction, the syntax.
So can you run a play with double screen?
And so it limits our understanding of what.
Okay, 3 point plus 5. So now I should have. It's like having to. It's like having.
Unless you read this in Italian, it's impossible to truly decipher his meaning.
And we've invited someone Italian to come bring some passages for us later in the workshop.
Yeah, and that'd be great. But
guys, God is really good at this game.
Yourself, you'll never truly understand it. Okay, that's point 1. Point 2 is that we discussed this before, but in my time, there's a lot of numerology and mathematics. Because if you think about it, for Dante, mathematics is the underlying truth of the universe. Okay, mathematics, numerology is what
if you love me.
Of the universe, and there's a lot of actually numerology and mathematics within the Divine Comedy. The most basic example is a structure where it's 34 cantos, an Inferno, 33 in 44 and 34.
No!
And
like lava wouldn't have worked, honestly.
And also,
historically, you do.
The structure of the poem, it's 3 line for 3 line for 3 line. Okay, there's clear.
That might have been the worst thing I've ever done ever.
Imagine swimming through the 3 because
climbing hazard. Go.
You think 3? What do you think?
Trinity.
The Trinity.
Let's go all the way.
Okay. So, what Dante is doing is he is using mathematics in order to portray the divine.
That T-Mobile, this T-Mobile,
express its intent. Sorry,
I can't believe Josh didn't shoot that.
Okay, so unless you really
I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
Understand.
I can't believe this.
I'm not going to do that because all of mathematics isn't Italian, okay?
Ah!
So mathematics is also syllables and the rhyme on that. Right? So we can't do the numerology as well. The third that's very important.
I disagree.
Is astrology.
Nice! Hit one! Let's go, good take. We agree. So guys, the divine plate is astrology.
So at this time in history, astrology is...
I've noticed this.
Great. That the moon and the stars will determine the course of events. And if you read Divine Comedy, you look at Paradise, obviously there's all astrology, right? Obviously, the way that the stars are in position, the way that planets look at the stars from a certain angle, it's all significant. But I don't
every minute.
So astrology is also very key. Then you have
leave us on whatever.
Symbology.
Hold on. Not on the goat. Not on the goat. Surf retrograde, Carca.
For example, the
wolf. I should hit wolf. I got an icon that is bro, but there's so many rotations.
So we point out how you can have lots of rich discussions over the meaning of this symbol. There are lots of symbols scattered throughout the Divine Comedy. And obviously, there's one of these symbols, but unless you actually study symbology,
I'm laughing around you.
Doing that's very important is that he's combining different traditions together, right? Not just the Christian tradition, but also the pagan tradition, also the Islamic tradition, the Gnostic tradition. There's also traditions that he's combined together in order to create the symbology, the imagery that underlies the Divine Comedy, okay? And the last element that we can look at is the occult, okay? The occult.
Magenta upscale. Magenta upscale.
When I say occult, the occult is basically talking to demons and angels, okay?
Okay, come on, Rick.
If you actually know the occult, you will understand there's a lot of occult symbolism, a lot of occult references into the Divine Comedy. I don't know these references, so I cannot...
Left hand like who?
Yes?
Left hand like Genoa.
Personally, based on my understanding, I would argue that the original meaning of the word occult is actually the hidden, and the occult can refer to more than angels and demons. In fact, if we're referring to that, we often refer to them using, for example, demonology. So the occult can also refer to other...
Yeah, so try to dispel all demons.
Right. The occult just means what's hidden from us, or what is...
Daimon. The one down, the Mahajin.
But most people refer to it as just talking to demons and angels.
Nice green! Good shot.
Clearly.
Love that shot.
I spend a lot of time talking to demons and angels.
Really do.
Right? And the last thing I would say is magic. Okay?
Interesting.
Magic.
More time. If I was even more time? Nice freaking take. Holy crap, bro.
So, why I bring this out is, like, there is an entire universe in the Divine Comedy we cannot access because of limitations of our language, because of limitations of our knowledge. So, even though, we're having these rich discussions, appreciate...
Make money, no whammies.
There's only a small
fragment we should be fine.
Of the Divine Comedy. And the entire purpose of this class is to encourage you to spend your entire lifetime studying the Divine Comedy.
Yeah, and BJ unlocks my sister much as you got to come in.
If you were to spend the next 50 years studying the Divine Comedy, each and every one of you would have a radically different interpretation of the Divine Comedy, because some of you may learn Italian and go study neurology. Some of you may learn Italian and go study symbology, okay? In which case, you present a radically different conception of the of your understanding. Another you're saying this is
make the non-stretch.
The Divine Comedy, what it really is the secret Bible.
What is this?
Right? The Bible is the major religious text.
I have to bump him before he gets to it.
But if you are an intellectual, if you are an inspiring writer, the Divine Comedy is
JMB.
Imagination, okay? If you read the
Great foul.
Comedy, I guarantee you're going to be finished.
Yeah, me too.
our greatest writers, greatest thinkers, because there's so much richness. Also, like if you actually read the Divine Comedy and you study things,
it's too open. It's too open.
You know the Divine
Read it.
Okay.
Nice forward.
Nice.
Let's go.
It's
what about the Jewish
inspired by the Divine Comedy. It's something that.
Of course it is. That's above below.
But if you're a foreign person, you're really interested in the esoteric, in the occult, in magic.
Brick it.
Then the Divine Comedy is the best source material that you can have. Okay? And again, I complain at the level of accomplishment. I mean, it is, I think, certainly the greatest individual human achievement.
Oh Lord, he breathed it
in human history. Far greater than Einstein.
But it didn't make
also, I think that if we were to rank the Divine Comedy to other great achievements, okay, the pyramids, the nuclear bomb, the computer, whatever, I still think the Divine Comedy is superior. Okay, that's what
W. Penny green that. Great shot, G. Great shot.
Also, I will say that because I have access to all of them, okay, the 6 things I'm missing, my capacity to fully analyze my comedy, it also needs to get to a section. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Certain sections are heavy into their occult, astrology, and mathematics. There's really no point for us to
numbers.
Okay. Any questions about this? Yes?
Do you remember the first time you read Divine Comedy and what?
Yeah, I had no idea what I was reading. I mean, I started reading Divine Comedy about 4 years ago for the first time.
Love the shot.
I didn't read this at Yale. I have to take the college.
Sucks. Oh my god.
And for...
You're being crazy, Muay Thai to freaking guard that.
I can't understand anything, okay? Like, I read the words what's going on, okay? I watch videos.
Good for you.
Well, I watch a kind of hours of public video.
Nice, that's all you need.
What Divine Comedy is, it made me more confused.
Really? Type, Taurus type.
Watching what these professors say about Divine Comedy, it will just confuse you even more. And so I'm really, really frustrated, but I have to teach this to my students. Okay, I'm teaching in high school.
Dude, I should have passed it earlier.
I taught Plato, and like I should teach Dante as well. So like, oh my god, I am going to be a complete idiot, okay? But I really, really want to teach it to my students.
It took me forever to lob it again.
And then
I love it.
I wake up.
I love the picture. W.R.
And it felt as though Dante walked in my dreams, and he gave me certain ideas. He said, love. Okay? If you want to study my comedy, think about what love is.
Okay.
Think about
love is the greatest thing.
And then my comedy started to like open up to me. Like the words start to connect together. Okay? And it goes back to the idea of Picard, where if there's a will, there's a way.
Type good freaking shit, dude.
I, for like 4 months, felt completely hopeless. Like,
he's so sharp, bro. So sharp.
This is just stupid. I don't understand what's going on. All these YouTube videos are making me more confused. I felt hopeless. But when you really want it, the universe will respond. Maybe not the way you expect, maybe not the way you want, but it will respond. It will guide you to the right.
Let's go, King. I don't know how that happened.
So it's only a question of will in the gun.
Type. I want to win. How bad? Oh, pretty bad.
Something that I noticed and I think is interesting, but I just don't know given this time, is that so in fantasy fiction, there are 2 types of magic. There's hard magic and there's soft magic. And hard magic is like you do something like 1 + 1 and you expect it to equal 2. And soft magic is when you don't know will turn up. Magic just turns up when it needs to. So I think Dante's magic. Dante's eccentricism is closer to soft magic than hard magic, but it's already showing the basic signs of hard magic, which I think is really interesting because in Catholicism you can
board
God to do anything. So Catholic or miracles is absolutely so. However, as we evolve as the disciplines of the Kabbalah, as the disciplines of occultism,
defense,
ourselves some rituals. We call ritualism, and that evolved into hard magic, where we do something and we expect something to happen.
Okay, I agree with that. What I want to say is that I really think divine harmony is the word of God.
Nice.
It's a universe speaking.
All words are the word of God. Don't forget the Babel. Don't forget the Tower of Babel.
In divine harmony. I mean, like, look.
I'm sorry. Look
at the beauty of its language.
Let's look at the beauty. Let's enjoy the scenery. Take it in.
Okay? We're able to take one sentence and have like hours and hours of discussion based on this. So,
come on. What is that? I'm sorry. Good board. Green it. Good shot. Good board, dude. Sharp as the goat, bro. Sharp as the goat, bro. It's the goat.
And
let's go.
There is magic, definitely magic in this. And the more you study, the more you will discover.
I've noticed this.
And I cannot say this about the Bible. I'm sorry. I actually said the Bible. It is a complete mess. Okay? If you actually said the Bible, you're like, what's going on here? But divine harmony.
I like my sacred text organized.
Right? Because let's just say you're in the Middle Ages and you hear Dante recite poetry.
Alright.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm sorry.
What do you think?
I'm thinking to myself, how the hell did I let him dribble by me again?
It's Dante, the session of Dante, and Dante is reciting the poetry. Same thing if you go to a concert and you might have a favorite musician. When the musician is singing, you think it's the universe singing.
It's the universe. That's what I've been noticing.
It's touching you that deeply. Right. Okay. So
come on. Illegal screen.
Wait. We will go into the history of the Catholic Church. Okay. First, we'll study the official history of the Catholic Church, and then
I can't believe he almost got away with that. Oh my god.
Okay. Presents a new understanding of Jesus. Okay? Alright. Any questions?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so
how do I bring this? Skill and aura. Skill and aura. Skill driven aura.
What I'm gonna do
I missed.
before we read.
Good board! I missed the purpose. I must be the person.
So, the end point of that history is Catholic Church.
We want that actually. For some reason.
The Catholic Church is the manifestation of God on earth.
I mean, what's up?
It's heaven and earth. So, all the events that led to the Catholic Church were preordained. They were.
No! I choked.
Okay. The thing that starts history in which this Catholic Church is, of course, Rome. It is God's intention, it's God's will that Rome try to.
Oh my god, I messed it up. Oh, now it's going to overtime. Now it's all going to get cut off.
In Islam, and it gradually expands outwards. It conquers the entire Mediterranean, right? It destroys Carthage, Napoleonic wars, and now it controls most of the world.
Not on my watch.
From Spain all the way to Egypt, all the way to Syria and the Levant. Okay, this is the Roman Empire. Now, during the course of the Roman Empire, a civil war breaks out. Okay? And of course, Julius Caesar will win this war. Become assassinated by Brutus and Cassius. And this will lead to the rise of Augustus Caesar.
Interesting.
And after Augustus Caesar dies, there's Caesar will come into power.
This is crazy, bro. I don't know how they want you to. It's so unexpected, bro.
It spreads 20% of the
Roman Empire. It's a miracle because in the first 3 years, it's persecuted. It's a very fierce religion. But for 200 years, 200, it's a fierce religion of the Roman Empire because of Constantine. And Constantine will decide to shift his model from Rome to Constantinople, which is modern day Istanbul. And this is the Byzantine Empire.
We missed.
Eastern.
And we boarded? No.
Roman Empire.
And I fouled.
And
I wish I said just blocked it with the back of the ball or something.
Justinian.
That's a terrible one.
And Justinian will narrate the story of Roman Empire, okay? But it's basically like this. Now you know, as we know, Roman Empire is split in half between the Western and the Eastern. The Eastern Empire was fall to the Turks in the 16th century, about 1,000 years later. But the Western Empire falls at the year 50.
I really wish you made that. Ours?
And when it falls, Europe is breaking into different kingdoms. Different factions. In about the year 800, Ptolemy, the Franks will unite all of Europe and create something called the Holy Roman Empire.
Let's go.
And the Holy Roman Empire will last until do you guys know the history?
Let me know.
Just the Holy Roman Empire.
Really, bro? I didn't jump early enough. Sorry, I didn't know you were going to poster me from that angle.
Did you guys know your history?
A little bit, bro. All of your history. Shut up, Mars.
This is 1800. So the Holy Roman Empire lasts for a long time. And
no way, bro. How long does it last?
The stability, the continuity, is all because of the will of God. Okay? Now, over the course of this time, as I said, Christianity will develop.
This sucked.
Okay? And Christianity will tend to replace the Holy Roman Empire as the most powerful force in the world. So it starts, of course, with the birth of Jesus.
No. Yes, I hear that.
Okay? And then 33 is when it's crucified. And with this death, it will begin.
Nice, let's go. Holy crap.
In Christianity.
We're trudging through mud, holy crap.
To become the first bishop of Rome, basically the first pope, okay? And then Paul, where there are the foundations of Christianity. And we need the Peter and Paul in one harmony. Not Jesus, but Peter and Paul.
Thank God, bro.
What happens is that Christianity spreads and becomes official under Constantine, okay? So now the Catholic Church is official.
Please!
In like 325, this is something called the Council of Nicaea. Nicaea is in modern-day Turkey. And the Council of Nicaea is a radical turning point.
No way you hit that, bro.
Christian history. Because there, every single place in Europe has its own distinct.
You better hit this shot, Michael. Holy crap.
Blended.
See me wide open, you better hit it. Alright, whatever.
Looking over the key out to standardize Christianity. Resolving certain theological conflicts within the church. Okay, and
I'll take full responsibility. The
first major conflict is.
It just sucks.
It just sucks. Of Jesus. Okay, so Jesus. So you're a Christian. But what was Jesus? There are some who said that Jesus was God.
Please.
Right? There's some who said Jesus
this sucks.
Man. He was anointed by God to be his messenger. And these are two extremes.
Oh,
and
dude, I thought they were never gonna let him hit a freaking shot. Holy crap.
God is both man and God. Okay?
So frustrating. So frustrating. Because they make you miss just because you ran the same play twice, not because that's so wrong.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. If it's open twice, it shouldn't matter.
Human. This is important. You have to have Jesus Christ as divine and as human.
I hear that.
As
Do you guys know that?
Yeah, because the Capricorn's immortal, all that.
You can't be like this guy's. Yeah, you can't be this guy's a god. You have to be words.
And one! Let's go!
Literally, said that like we all like the main character we can relate to, and if Jesus was wholly God, then we can't relate to him that much. And he was wholly human, then well, what business does he have doing all this nonsense?
Okay, because actually like naturally it's easy, yes. Because therefore he can save all the people by salvation. Okay, so the main reason is mission. It doesn't make sense, guys.
Thank God. Holy crap.
Persuasion. So the idea is that the sacrifice doesn't really make sense if we can I
just had to pray and cry. I just had to pray and cry. That's all.
So you needed to have a human element in order for sacrifice to be worthwhile, to be worthy of redeeming us. Okay? So it's one major thing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do an astrology. Oh, did I take a blinker?
Today, like literally, I'm just a bunch of different sects of Christianity arguing about this. Okay? But the really big question is the relationship between God, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus, right? Because now we've affirmed that Jesus is God. That's why we worship Him. That's why we're Christians. But what are
shout out to Parker
up here in the Bible? And what is the Holy Spirit and what is Jesus, right? We worship between these three. And historically, there have been different explanations. The Council of Nicaea because it established the Holy Trinity. Okay? The Holy Trinity, the concept here is God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit.
Silver Deadeye, nice. Dude, that might be.
They are both different.
That might be shut and out, bro. Shut and out.
The Holy Trinity. And quite honestly, most Christians were aghast at this idea. This started civil wars. This is what launched civil wars throughout the Christian world. Okay? But the Byzantine Empire enforced the Holy Trinity throughout. And even today, there's still arguments about the Holy Trinity. Okay? So, this is a Council of Nicaea. Really important ideas to keep in mind, because we're going to discuss this.
Well,
then we go to about 400. Why is this important? Because Rome falls. The barbarians, Visigoths, they overrun Rome.
That was our 9th one? I thought that was one number 10. I'm sure.
This is a question of faith. Because you were taught
we just went double black.
That
they want white.
Is heaven and earth. It's really
it's a different one. They want this way.
So, why would God not protect Rome? And so at this time, the major Catholic theologian named Augustine, okay, he wrote a book called City of God. The City of God,
wait, you supposed to her after the rest
two cities in the world. There is Rome and there's Jerusalem. Rome is a seat of temporal power. Jerusalem is a seat of spiritual power. Rome was meant to fall so that Jerusalem may rise. Where is Jerusalem? Jerusalem is the Catholic Church. Okay? So, in other words, the Catholic Church is out of history. The Catholic Church does not care who is king. The Catholic Church doesn't care who is rich or who is poor. It doesn't matter. It's all temporal issues, earthly issues. What the Catholic Church cares about is who goes to heaven and why. Okay? So Augustine establishes this separation between church and state, where the church is out of history, beyond history. It doesn't care who's king. This is why here in 800, Charlemagne is a problem. Because Charlemagne wants to
actually wait, so
have the third Catholic Church, he wants to become the new Roman emperor. The Serb grants it to him. The Serb anoints him emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, right? You have Serb in here
Really, then you need the church. So now the church becomes embedded in temple politics and leads to Dante writing the Divine Comedy. This is ending the fact that because the church has involved itself in temple politics, now that Europe is in national politics. Right? They have two major seats of power. The Holy Roman Empire as well as the church. They're always fighting, right? The Holy Roman Empire is fighting to figure out who will be pope. It's not a temporary issue. That's not a worldly issue. The Vikings fighting to install a friendly emperor in the Holy Roman Empire. Okay? This is happening for centuries. This is happening throughout the world. It's also leading to massive oppression, massive censorship, the destruction of Europe. And this impels Dante to address these issues. Yes.
Oh no.
The first thing he's going to do is
I was thinking of the rocket.
The official story of the Catholic Church, and then he's going to make some adjustments to it. Okay, to reconcile the differences. Now, so really important history that Dante will go into is why did Jesus have to die? Okay,
does that mean dribble?
Of the death of Jesus.
Oh, no.
And as you know, it was to redeem us from our original sin, right? Adam and Eve, at the beginning of time. God gave him a very simple order, very simple instruction, do not eat that stupid food. Anything else? But don't eat that food, and they eat the food. That's the original sin. And then we humans, because we disobeyed God, became lost, became evil. It was Jesus who came to redeem us in the eyes of God. Right? And so, that's why he was crucified. Now, if you read the Bible, what it tells you is that
I shouldn't have listened to the Blue Line, but is it more of a hint? More of a hint?
So now, God has to avenge his only son. So what happens? Near 70, the Romans destroy the Second Temple. And if you know more in the history, that's what's led to a lot of the problems today, okay? In the year 70, the Jews rebelled against the Romans. The Romans, under Titus, sent a huge army, and they burned down the Second Temple. And this revenge for the Jews betraying Jesus. And so, if you're a Christian, you learn this history. But obviously, this raises all the
cousins claim
issues.
All the cousins claim.
Why was murder of Jesus necessary to redeem us?
All the class, yep, not on prayer. I'm on prayer.
Right. Okay, that doesn't really make any sense. Also, why would God need to punish the Jews if this is all part of the plan to begin with, right?
They want to be punished. They want to be punished.
Okay, yes, the Jews did betray Jesus.
Push it. Tempo, W tempo. W tempo, push it.
The Jews were just
nice.
So why did God have to punish the Jews? Okay? So clearly
because he did everything ever, that's why. He also rewarded the Jews.
This history. And this history is important because why
did God punish me? Why did God punish you?
Right? For example,
why are you bringing the Jews up?
So Dante feels compelled to reconcile this history in a way that we can appreciate, and which will lead us closer to the monad, to God. That really is the genius of Dante, where he can take this complex, convoluted history and turn it into a philosophy for us to appreciate and for us to okay? Does that make sense? Any questions about this introduction before we read Dante?
Yes? So does Dante believe that Jesus is God or not? does he like
no?
How many?
I thought I didn't look at
the Catholic Church.
I can't believe you missed.
That's a really good question.
And that's a lot.
And the answer is, we'll never know.
This is like, okay, I'll never get that lucky again. Walking.
Dante is running out of time in history where you could be killed for defying the Catholic Church. Committing heresy.
What non-sorcerers actually saw? Oh,
he does. It's gonna be subtle. It's gonna be nuanced. And we'll never truly know his true feelings. But if I had to guess, I would say that Dante, in his interpretation of the Bible, in his interpretation of Jesus, he felt that Jesus was a great spiritual leader, who was divine in nature.
It's crazy. I thought Dante happened before.
Does that make sense? So, what Dante would say is, look.
But that couldn't have probably, the way they set it up, that couldn't. But before and after, you're right. Good. Altruistically.
And that's what he would say about Jesus as well, where Jesus is divinely inspired to spread a message of hope and salvation to the people around him.
Okay. Watch this.
Now, sorry, did you want to say something?
I wanted to say something, like the history you just presented earlier about Jesus's murder, so to speak. Was it meant to be factual or was it meant to be biblical?
So this is the official Catholic history.
Let's go.
I'm not making.
Let's go.
I'm just saying this is what the Catholic.
WT.
Okay, that's
right here. Okay. If you're Catholic and I get it wrong, please let me know. Okay? I present this to you because Justinian...
The contents of their cargo.
Okay, but I'm putting this in simple terms so we understand what he's saying. And then Bonnie is going to argue against this.
On me?
Right.
No,
okay.
Basically. So they called the wrong play.
So,
oh, crap.
Something to keep in mind about Jesus is, if you really want to understand the essence of Jesus, there is a part of the Bible
did I miss my shot?
I think is pure poetry. It itself has to be divinely inspired, just like the Divine Comedy. And
what is this?
Okay, it's called the Sermon.
Crazy work.
Okay, so Carol will read the Sermon on the Mount. Okay, just so we can understand who Jesus is and how he thinks. Here's where you'll We'll read them.
So that's one up. On the F board. W smartphone and cellular provider.
This is from the Gospel of Matthew, the NIV version. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
So, you can hear the poetry, you can hear the beauty.
I didn't tell them to shoot it. I haven't been telling them to shoot any of these. I think tendencies are taken care of.
It's very
I like the shot.
I think it moves every one of us today.
And
sometimes I just like hearing this.
Ends up again.
But this is
because he's an evil god. That's why.
2,000 years ago, when Jesus was alive. Why? Because the Roman Empire was really evil. The Roman Empire, that's Romana.
Unlocks Deadeye, just go straight to the rim every time.
Where few people had everything. And where most people were slaves. So in this time, what do you do? Well, if you revolt like Spartacus, they'll come and they'll crucify you. And your family, right? You can try to... There's no point, because it is the empire. It is everywhere. It is everything.
Chill, Palpatine.
You can't possibly become rich because all the wealth has been monopolized. Yes?
Darth plays the wise joke.
While this is, from a modern day perspective, true, I think it's a slightly anachronistic perspective because in the age of the Romans, wealth equality was taken like as a granted in society, and also Christianity is not free of its wealth equality, especially after its legalization. Also Roman slavery was not as or as cruel as we think. Many Roman slaves were slavery as a way to free themselves from their debt. So I'm saying that while all of this is
good shot,
present day Christian perspective, it is slightly anachronistic.
Okay, so let me ask this question. Let's just say that you're a young person living in the world today.
That's pretty plot-based, though.
You went to school, now you have $100,000 in debt. And you have absolutely no job prospects. The best you can hope for is maybe to become a gig worker, right?
You got me. How do you call for it?
You have no chance of getting married.
It was just a bad tip.
No prospect of ever owning a home. How do you feel?
That's an opinion. I feel like I should reroll.
I'd be pretty pissed.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, I think.
What if you're also all the other people who have all the homes?
Highlight some of the most poignant questions
would you be okay with that or no?
Our president. I think it's a slightly anachronistic perspective if we apply it to the Roman Empire.
Okay, alright, fine. Okay, but I'm just saying,
tempo.
Maybe 1,000 years ago, we'd be like, wow, young people in the year 2026 have it all, man.
It's your opinion? Alright, but they had it back then too. They had the black mirror back then too.
They must be the happiest young people ever in human history, right? You guys have porn on your computer.
You'd think. That's actually not something that makes happiness.
You guys can fly to Beijing and take this class. What are you complaining about?
I don't think I'm complaining.
Well, I'm pretty sure the slaves back in Roman times had a lot more to complain about than you guys, okay? Alright? So, even though, okay, well, maybe...
Good board? No!
I take both responsibilities. Okay, you were a slave in the Roman period.
Sum me out, or no?
During this time,
what's that?
9% of the population were either poor or slaves. You hated your life, right? And so what is your hope?
Maybe that you roll for... Oh, come on!
You have
I don't know how much I can... yeah, you need a brick wall or something, Paul? Is that Paul's situation? Swarovski, either way. Hit him.
You are what God truly
nice.
Don't seek poverty. Poverty is the...
I'll watch me centuries.
It's a message of hope. It's a message
you have to spend money to make money. Oh.
It's a message of direction. The greatest revolution you can commit as an individual is to recognize the humanity, the divinity in yourself, regardless of what an authority tells you.
Oh, Jalen Green, W.
Right?
W fathers.
And it resonates.
You got to deny activation.
Because it is a message that speaks to the human heart in a time.
Oh, come on, attack. Green in.
Okay? And this is spirit, by the way.
Maybe I should have done. I don't want to get over his back cover. Such a waste of the foul. As I say, that reach.
Builder. He didn't care about the church. There's no Catholic church when he was around. He was part of a movement called the Poor. Okay?
Yes. Let's go, read it. Good board. Let's go. Oh, let's go. They call for it. He would have made it a thing if I didn't press A right when he was tapping the ball.
This movement is basically we give up material wealth. We will travel as beggars. And we will only accept charity.
Give me that!
Okay, we won't accept money, but we'll accept food and lodging. And there's a very powerful passage in, was it Matthew?
I thought you were curling, bro.
Basically, actually, it's in...
Oh, good shot, actually.
But a young man
says,
I can be like you. I'm going to follow you.
He will go to everywhere. 15 Shivas everywhere. Sir.
And Jesus
but are you sure? No,
Give up your will.
Regarding last brick.
And then the man says, I can't do that because
No time out.
Feel free, rich, man.
Just need flop.
I have, well, I'm going well. And then Jesus says to others, see, it is harder
You want on a crazy ride?
for a man to... what was it? Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
It's harder for the camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven.
Exactly. Okay? That is Jesus.
Harder. That doesn't mean it's impossible. They just said it was difficult. It's just a flex.
And,
it's just a flex.
When Dante talks about Saint Francis of Assisi, right? He will conjure up. He will help us remember that this was the real Jesus, a man who taught people the path to salvation.
There's a break to start.
It's order time.
Yeah, what you know about all this?
It is through kindness.
Best team in the league.
Through love. Okay? That is the Jesus that I think Dante understood. Yes?
It wasn't Dante an aristocrat himself, like someone with power and money and stuff. Like,
sorry, what was your point here?
well, I mean, if you wanted to be like Jesus,
I wanted to dig, but I've been punished for that so many times. Get bored, good defense, all that. Get rewarded, get rewarded.
Exactly that life, you know, it's a life of like power. But like he was an aristocrat himself.
First of all, I mean,
what?
Dante
Why don't you want green?
Good family.
It's because that's my only way of getting assists. I shouldn't be punished for that. I shouldn't be punished for that. I can run a pick and roll too, but you won't let me lob. You won't let me lob.
Saint Francis of Assisi.
See, and I never get those passes.
I don't know, the Francis.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Where's he going, rich or poor?
Old drag, let's do it. Does he come rich or poor? What do you mean become? Net zero gains, guys.
And that's why.
Watching, I like break, bro. I like break. I'm about to spin the crap out.
If you're born poor and you're like, I don't want money. It's not hard. If you're born rich,
no.
Like, you know what? All my
timing out of it.
I'm born rich.
Get it pushing. All the way? Let's go.
That is truly inspired, right? It's really divine. Yes?
This isn't related to Jesus necessarily. So what Dante, I think Dante is doing, I think it's actually a pioneering, it's actually an early version of Protestantism.
Reload?
So
how do I do that?
A kind of place where you return to God, where you return to Jesus instead of returning to the Catholic Church. So my personal opinion about the Catholic Church is that despite preaching the gospel of poverty, despite condemning having a lot of money and using it to do evil things, it actually enabled a lot of power structures that allow society to become so unequal and so.
I feel like I should be able to get past them books still.
Is actually stopping pioneering this return to Jesus' own values and bypassing the Catholic Church.
Yes, okay. Alright, so that's true, but something that I appreciate is there was early opposition towards the Catholic Church throughout history. You understand? The Protestant movement was not new.
I didn't jump on my coach.
Okay, so there were two major oppositions to the church, okay? The first argument is that the church is too worldly. Meaning that these prelates, these bishops were filthy.
No lipstick either.
And like, sorry, but
dude, he gets to do whatever he wants.
Jesus swore to poverty, so that's betraying the church. So throughout this history, okay, it's been covered up. Throughout this history, there were always movements throughout Europe.
Lock in, tempo, lock in. Lock in. Good timeout.
Good timeout. Function, and we sought to return to a life of poverty. Some of these movements, the church actually co-opted, right? So the Benedictines and the Dominicans and the Franciscans were co-opted by the church, but they came about because of their harsh criticism of church power and wealth. The second thing about the church was
shoots. So I would not have done that if I were you. If I were you, I would have probably handed it off, and I would have just handed it off right to me.
For Jesus taught, okay, this is really important. You read the Bible, he actually says this. But Jesus taught that we all have a direct connection.
Because I'm Kinpachi, that's why.
Okay, that's what Jesus taught. The church says, no.
Jesus says, no, I'm Kinpachi.
In sin, therefore we have betrayed God.
Can you green that for once?
We must
for once. He hates floppy. He's got $1 billion on missing every shot in floppy.
But throughout most of the time, there were a lot of people.
Sorry. I'm gonna go back over the last day.
And one major group, of course, is called the Catholics. I'm sure you know this history. The Catholics. Okay, there are a lot of these Christian sects that
how to get it.
taught that we had a direct connection with God. Okay. And so there was a threat.
It's a tough defense, I guess. Save your life, can you?
So this is really important for you guys to understand. It wasn't movement was not so less than a revolution. It was always there. The revolution was just successful. Okay, but throughout history, at no point was there not
nice 3 minutes.
Because the church was seen as corrupt.
Keep shooting.
Because the church denied direct access to God.
It's because he's going to green so many later on, that's why.
And this is something that Bronte will discuss at great depth in the Divine Comedy. This makes sense. So one last thing that you guys need to know is in the year 1321, this is the year when they finished the Divine Comedy. And the moment he finished, like, I don't know, a few months later.
I didn't know you were going to be up for it.
So basically, you can argue that he kept doing some. He kept doing some. Finish it. He's like, my mission is done. I can now rest and be with God. But in the year 1321, at this time in history, the explanation for why Jesus had to die on the cross is radically different from today.
Help!
Today, why do we think Jesus died on the cross? What's the explanation?
That he's immortal, so it doesn't really matter. He's just proving, he's just flexing.
Right? Okay. Back then,
why is he forever after the death? Organization wherewithal. You missed?
Okay. And it goes like this. Who made us eat that fruit? Satan, right? Disguised as a serpent.
No one made you do nothing.
So when we ate that fruit,
sorry.
We turned away from God and became slaves to Satan. So now this is a problem. Because if God is to be us, he needs to pay a ransom to Satan.
This is so weird. Why are you just claiming things, bro? You're claiming crazy things.
And so, if you're God and you need to make a decision,
he's talking about when Naruto told Kurama he had to pay rent.
That would allow him to free us.
This just sucks. If you just hit me on the way, I would have dunked on him, bro.
Okay? But Satan didn't recognize that the only Son was so divine that he could resurrect. Okay? So even though Jesus did go to hell, he was able to escape it as well. So at this time in history, this is the most powerful explanation for why Jesus had to die on the cross as a ransom for our sins. Okay? Then over time it becomes generalized to become to redeem us from our sins. So this is the most popular theory at this time. Dante responds to this theory. Yes?
So I think, again, I'm just picking out words, picking out hairs here, but I'm saying that Satan made us eat the fruit. Satan did not make us do anything. Satan tempted us to eat the fruit, and we did it of our own free will.
My mom is such a rage
baiter, bro. Eat the fruit, and if we really became slaves to him, then Satan would be more powerful than God.
Because my mom is literally Jesus Christ.
God's most holy, most precious gift,
full transparency,
which doesn't make any sense.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's right. So we have our free will chose to become slaves to Satan. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because when we became tempted by Satan,
why are we even talking about Satan?
God became like
Capricorn. I talk about Capricorn.
Okay.
Satan's such a strong word. Capricorn is so much less like mean sounding than Satan.
To receive the gift of free will.
Okay. So look, I'm not arguing about theology. Okay. I'm not arguing about this idea.
Yeah, you can't be mad at freaking the devil because it's his job to do what the devil's doing. You can be mad at the Capricorn.
Because I need to explain to you.
Because Capricorn pretend to have jobs. Capricorn pretend to have normal jobs.
Okay, I'm not going to argue this is right or wrong. I'm just saying this is what people believe at this time. Does it make sense, guys?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Alright, so this is the background, and so we're going to
go ahead and skip it.
And Monte together. Okay? And so for the first
I didn't think about it.
Tiffany is going to tell us the history of the Catholic Church.
beginning with Rome.
Keep proving that.
And keep in mind, there are two things that upset Dante. The first is, why did Jesus have to die? The second is, why did
Green it. Let's go.
destroy the temple?
Holy crap, bro. He was...
You read?
Well, it makes sense, actually.
Shares ice, Canto 6, from the beginning. After Constantine had turned the calendar to heaven's course, the course it took behind the ancient one who led Lavinia.
The official religion of Rome, the eagle is the Roman Empire.
I've noticed this.
It's a standard.
More of a symbol of peace, dude.
The ancient one who led Lavinia is Ennius, right?
Ennius? Who is this novel?
And in many ways, Divine Comedy, it is a reimagination.
You were confused by this guy wrote the Divine Comedy. What was he talking about?
Next week, okay? But let's come back.
Dang it! Why was that such a small window?
100 years and more. The bird of God.
Why'd I miss? Skill issue. That's out there.
Emerged. Beneath the shadow of the sacred wings, arrows from hand to hand, until that governing, changing became my task. Caesar I was, and am Justinian. Through the well of primal love I feel, removed the vain and needless from the laws. Before I grew attentive.
Practice is crazy when there's 82 games for you to practice this stuff. Good shot. Why is busy? Well, 2K never gives it to him. 2K, just give my boy the freaking mate. Holy crap.
He who was chief shepherd, but his words carried me to that faith.
He's fighting for his life out here, bro.
I did believe him.
Gets one open look.
I now clearly see his faith, as you with contradictories can see that one is true and one is false. As soon as my steps shared the church's path, God of his grace inspired my high task as pleased him, and was fully drawn
Keep balling up. Ball down.
To my Belisarius, my arms, I found a sign for me to rest from war.
Come on, no!
My hand still favored him.
Background is this, okay?
It would have been better if you pinned him.
Empire, the Eastern Roman Empire. At this point in history, the Roman Empire is divided into the eastern half and the western half.
Cancer
right?
sun
split in two. And because it's split in two, there are many different variants of Christianity.
Sidereal Gemini moment, though. Or no.
Holy Trinity. Okay? So the city goes on this holy crusade to conquer and unite the empire and influence the Holy Trinity on everyone. And he succeeds. And his general at this time was Belisarius. Okay? Keep on going.
Let's keep on going. Yeah, might as well keep on going.
My answer to the question you first asked ends here, and yet the nature of this answer leads me to add a sequel, so that you may see with how much reason they attack the sacred standard. Those who seem to act on its behalf see what great virtue made that eagle worthy of reverence, beginning from that hour when Pallas died that it might gain a kingdom. You know that for 300 years and more, it lived in Alba, until at the end, three still fought three, contending for that standard. You know how, under 7 kings, it conquered the neighbors?
Yes.
The year reaching
what?
Lucretius.
Okay, so the same women, Lucretius, suicide, this is all part of the early history.
Gold interceptor, what the crap?
This history. But what he's doing is summarizing the history of the Roman Empire.
Read it! Read! Yes!
And what it did when carried by courageous Romans who hurried to encounter Brennus.
No, don't let him!
Principates and cities. For this, Quintus, Quincius,
come on!
For his
You're not doing that, bro. Help! Thank you! I'm the best team in the league! I'm the best team in the league! Oh my gosh, this team is so nice to me!
That standard the pride of Arabs low when they had followed Hannibal across the...
And it's always a T-Mobile team.
You descend. Beneath that standard, Scipio,
that was MLK, bro.
Young, triumphed.
Barney upscale, what you know about all that?
That standard seemed most harsh. Then, near the time when heaven wished to all the world to heaven's way, serene Caesar, as Rome had willed, took up that standard. And what it did from Bar to Rhine was seen by the Isère Sound and
to them Brady, sorry.
Valley, Norse, whose rivers.
Block him up, block him up.
And what it did,
just do it. Block him
once
up.
it had left Ravenna and
he's on the trail. He's on that trail.
Was such a flight as neither tongue or writing can describe.
Just better.
That standard led the legions on to Spain. Then
even this last brother's mess.
And it struck Pharsalia so hard that the warm Nile could feel that burden. It saw again its source, in Tendros and Simois, and the place where Hector lies. Then roused itself, worse focus hard.
Nice.
From Egypt, lightning light fell on Juba, and then it hurried to the west of you, where it could hear the trumpet of Pompeii.
Okay, so again, studying or just summarizing history.
Please, let's go. He's sharp.
The point is,
head always on a swivel.
Is that it is all ordained by God. The rise of
I've noticed this. I've noticed this.
Then,
but I'll be damned if it isn't forward thinking. I'll be damned.
By conquering everyone, basically. And it's all been preordained. Okay? Nothing can stop it. Not a Carthaginian.
Oh, I did.
Not even some.
Double you.
Because of what that standard did, with him who bore it next, Brutus and Cassius.
Oh, it's because I'm also going for Mossy Grove.
And grief seized Modena, Perugia. Because of it, sad Cleopatra weeps still, as she fled that
Silver Dead, I haven't even been leveraging it.
Sudden and atrocious death.
Oh.
And with that very bearer, it then reached the Red Sea shore.
Leverage lack of a biological freaking vengeance.
With such peace that Janus' shrine was shut. But what the standard that has made me speak had done before, or then was yet to do, throughout the mortal realm where it holds rule, comes to seem faint and
should be good to go.
If Rome, with clear sight and pure sentiment, sees what it did in the third Caesar's hand.
That was a bar. Holy crap.
Caesar, Augustus Caesar, and the third is Tiberius Caesar.
Angry in that.
Tiberius Caesar is important because this is from the time of Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Is not working as a prophet.
Did he know the year is 0? 26, yeah.
For the true justice that inspires me, granted to it, in that next Caesar's hand, the glory of avenging his own wrath. Now, model here is what I should.
I signed off because I was trying. That usually works when baiting humans.
Picture Jesus, right?
Whenever my mom interrupts me, I usually say,
in order to dissipate his anger, he must sacrifice his own son, Jesus. Okay, that's what we first do.
I can't hear a word you say.
What I showed to you with Titus.
No, I'm good.
And hurried toward avenging vengeance for the ancient sin.
So Titus is.
I don't really care, but thank you for letting me know.
The Jewish rebellion and burning down the Second Temple. Okay, this is and the Catholic Church teaches people at this time that this is vengeance for the Jews' betrayal of Jesus. Keep on going.
And when the Lombard tooth bit Holy Church,
if you just let me give some, I think you give me some time, I could have looked him.
He gained from help. Now you can judge those I condemned above, and judge how much men have offended, that become the origin of all your evils. For some oppose the universal emblem with yellow lilies, others claim that emblem for party. It is hard to see who is worse. The Ghibellines pursue their undertakings beneath another sign. For those who sever this sign and justice are bad followers.
Okay, so just to say is that in this time, people have misused
I'm not in the window.
Looking at their own rules or let's
go!
Okay? So I said before that with the birth of the Holy Roman Empire, the church becomes embroiled in European geopolitics. And this leads to wars throughout this period. Dante is forced into these wars because right now in history, this about the year 1300, the Ghibellines the Guelphs support the Pope. The Ghibellines support the Holy Roman Empire. Or the other way around, I can't remember. Okay?
Let's go.
And what happens is the Guelphs, and Dante's part of the Guelphs, they defeat the Ghibellines. So the Guelphs control Florence. And what happens next, of course, is You guys know?
Bring it! Good shot.
The world's divided into two factions.
Oh, you're right. The yins and the yangs.
The same local party.
That we're talking about, bro. The Reds and the Blues.
The Whites win and exile Black Wells.
Okay,
the Black Wells then say
Look at this. Like clockwork.
Pick out the White Wells, which
I almost turned it over just now.
And what Tony is saying, which is saying, is that this is all corruption of the teaching.
Easy, dog. I think it's because I was bringing manic energy to the offense, so that gets everything kind of complicated.
We should be fighting.
Hey, come here. Good shot.
Okay?
And let not this new Charles strike at it with his squells, but let him fear the claws that strip a more courageous lion of its hide. The sons have often wept for father's fault, and let the son not think that God will change the emblem of his force for Charles.
Nice.
This little planet is adorned with spirits whose acts were righteous, but who acted for the honor and the fame that they would gain. And when desires tend toward earthly ends, then, so deflected, raise up the true love, mount toward above with
Okay, so again, this is such an idea in Divine Comedy. Okay, God is always calling to us. We always want to return to God. But because of free will, we can choose where to direct our energies. If we direct our energies towards God, we come closer to God. If we direct our energy towards power, earthly gain, materialism,
because God didn't encompass power. That'd be crazy.
Will shine less brightly on us. Okay?
Oh, sorry.
A part of our light is measuring rewards against our merit, and we see that our rewards are neither less nor more. Thus does the living justice make so sweet the sentiments in us that we are free of any turning toward iniquity.
I hear that.
Differing voices join to.
I'm sorry.
So do the different orders in our life.
I wasn't really thinking about it.
Harmony among these spheres. And in this very world, there
well.
also shines the light of Romeo, of one whose acts break.
That was all you.
And yet those
who
schemed against him had little chance to laugh. For he who finds harm to himself and others' righteous acts takes the wrong path. Berenger's 4 daughters each became a queen, and this poor and a stranger Romeo accomplished. Then Berenger
that's because I talked to him.
Asked his just man for accounting. One who given 10 gave Raymond 5 and 7. And Romeo the poor, the old, departed, and were the world to know the heart he had while begging, crust by crust, for his bread, it, though it praise him now,
praise him.
Is the oldest wealth that we see in this world. It's a false wealth. It's nothing. It's poverty.
Right, but gold is gold. Gold is gold. I checked.
So
I need help, bro.
What is right? And you
just in the head, though. Just in the head.
And that's what he's saying. What John is saying to Justinian. There was a man, Romeo, who was very much like Dante, who was participating in these wars, but because he chose to do good, the people turn against him.
I'm so slow. I'm sorry. I pressed triangle on accident.
On Earth.
Let's go. Worked out. Holy crap. I pressed triangle when I meant to press X or whatever, and then I knocked. There's so many different ways to get them involved. I picked the slowest way.
You can either choose a life of wealth here, and a life of poverty up there, or a life of poverty down here, and a life of poverty up there. Okay? It's entirely your choice. It's your free will. Okay? Alright. So what happened is that we now know the official story of...
B is a letter too. B is for bad.
But again, this raises a question for Dante, which is, tell me exactly why Jesus had to kill himself again.
For real.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's what I've
right? And what Beatrice is going to do is explain Jesus' sacrifice in a way that I think is the most powerful explanation.
Oh.
Okay? But before we start, does anyone here know why Jesus had to kill himself?
Did I not?
First? Yeah, you go first. Yeah.
I think Jesus is trying to kill himself because he was shown that it's really the Son of God. Because if people keep dying here, you do that.
Let it play through. Got plenty of time.
Disciple, right? But just say that he just, because of the silver coin, right?
All right, what are we gonna work with? Big money, no limit. Should I be good here? I'm grateful because I'm grateful, and I know sis.
Yes. Okay.
Sacrificing your own son is to be the biggest representation of love, and it's the love that God has towards us.
You can green up.
Okay.
Good shots. I'm saying, like, bro, like, keep shooting, bro. Like, get the shot attempts up, bro.
Harder someone could do than sacrifice the rest.
Get the ball closer to the rim. They're even closer.
Clean us from the sins shows how much he loves us.
Okay. But did he really sacrifice his son?
GQ.
I guess he just didn't die, right?
Ostensibly? No, he did not. I mean, he can die over and over and over again or whatever. But he doesn't.
Yes.
If Aquarius wants to render some suffering.
I have like two questions. The first one is that Jesus sacrificed to prove that he is divine. So if he proves that he is divine through a concrete thing, like rising up from the dead, then that's not faith anymore, is it? That's just, I saw him rise.
Time. You're spitting facts. You're spitting facts.
So,
wow, that's a bar.
Divine, and because he is part human, he has free will.
But you don't. I mean, faith is bonus, right?
Be sacrificed. So I think maybe a more appropriate framing would be Jesus chose to sacrifice himself.
And what?
God did not sacrifice anybody because God cannot take away that.
We're back.
You're exactly right. No, you're right. Jesus did sacrifice himself. It was his choice.
Oh, Dylan Brooks.
The idea is that Jesus and God is.
Good shot. He practiced that, and he wants 2 though, 3.
Let's read this, okay?
He wants 3 though. 1-1.
Appreciate. We can skip the first part because that's not.
So that's when you upscale at the end of the day. Twinless is crazy. You're killing me, Guru. Oh, come on, nice take, bro.
Thus, even as he wheeled to his own music, I saw that substance sing, that spirit flame above whom double lights were twined, and he and his companions moved within their dance. They were just sparks. They sped out of my sight because of sun distance. I was perplexed, and to myself I said, Tell her, the lady who can
I'm looking, that's why he didn't pass to you, though.
Drops. And yet
that's why you had to surf right there. Good board.
Even on hearing only bee and ice, I bowed my head. I seemed
I should have switched, but I thought that was perfect.
Ended that.
Well, it was perfect for that.
He began to smile at me.
Coordinating cells. I forgot about that.
The man would still feel good. According to my never-erring judgment, the question that perplexes you is how just vengeance can deserve just punishment.
Okay, this is a really important sentence, okay? What it means is God should be angry at us for betraying him, for eating the food when he told us not to, okay? It's just vengeance. He should be angry.
Shit! I could have aborted that if I didn't try to put back naked. Oops.
Why would it
grab? Is that on me? No.
Only son, right? Just punishment. Why should this man who's innocent, Jesus, sacrifice himself in
ostensibly
to appease God's anger at us?
I'll just practice discipline, discipling.
Right?
Mostly just discipling, Guru. Come on. I glean those though, just for
free your mind from doubt and listen carefully. The words I speak will bring the gift of a great truth in reach. Since he could not endure the helpful curve of his power, the man who was not born, damning himself, damned all his progeny.
Okay, stop. Who is this man?
Hey, giant Shiva.
Right. Okay.
All right, lock in, though. Lock in for us to be better.
For this, mankind lay sick in the abyss of a great error for long centuries,
until the word of God willed to descend to where the nature that was sundered from its maker was united
Patience exalts respect.
It is eternal love.
Okay, so now there's a separation between God and us. And the question is, how do you reconcile? Right? There's anger now. God is angry at us, and we basically
damn, bro. The only thing I can do.
Okay? So this is a schism. This is a separation. So keep on going.
You had better take than with a foul. So that.
Just like your sight on what derives from that, this nature, thus united was good and pure, even as when created. But in itself, this nature had been banished from paradise because it turned aside from its own path, from truth, from its own life.
Okay, so we're born good. Okay? And we know we're born good. It's that when God created man, God breathed the spark of life into it. Okay? So there's an essence of God with
there's mine.
Therefore, we
you guys, I pressed early.
We will.
I messed up.
Choose
I messed up so many times.
Choose evil.
Nice.
Think of how we.
Guys, I told you to fire me from the league. I told you to fire me. I did a job.
So we do one switch out and one.
I can't believe I did that. Shoots. I just wanted everything, so I got everything.
To get back on the
Line 40. Thus, if the penalty the cross inflicted is measured by the nature he assumed, no one has ever been so justly stoned. Yet none was ever done so great a wrong. If we regard the person who suffered, he who had gathered in himself that nature. Thus, from one action issued differing things. God and the Jews were pleased by one same death.
It's everything, bro. It's everything.
For that death and heaven.
How did he?
You need no longer find it difficult to understand when it is said that just vengeance was then avenged by a just rule. I now see your understanding by thought on thought into a knot.
No way! Oh no!
You say, what I have
I messed it up twice already.
This is hidden from me. Why God ruled precisely this pathway for our redemption?
Okay, right, okay. So this is the question, okay? If you are God and you are infinite and eternal, why do you have to pick a particular way in which an innocent man, Jesus, was punished?
I thought it just collapsed. Was perfect.
Be punished.
No, it doesn't.
But
it's crazy. This is
it
crazy.
seems unjust. Okay?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Wrong.
I've noticed this. Big good song. King Kylie. It's King Kylie. Let's go. Hey, wait.
Verse 58. Brother, this ordinance is very
so annoying that my teammates feel like ops sometimes, bro. Pass me right before I get these windows. It's so annoying. Oh my gosh. Dude, none of that would have happened if they didn't pass me at the perfect wrong times twice in a row. Oh, I was just about to get a good angle. So they had to pass to me for the playoff.
Had to do what he did. Okay?
No way,
God
bro.
is eternal and infinite. There are a million solutions.
Oh, that's so frustrating, bro.
Solution. If it sounds stupid,
bro.
If it sounds wrong,
I was trying to everything.
It's our problem. It's
I've noticed it.
Understand?
No, it's my problem. It's my problem. It's because I'm me.
Verse 61.
Good.
Nevertheless, since there is much attempting to find this point, but little understanding, I shall tell you.
I choked the game. I'm sorry.
The godly goodness that has banished every envy from its own self, burns in itself, and sparkling so, it shows eternal beauties. All that derives directly from this goodness is everlasting, since the seal of goodness imposes an imprint that never ends. Whatever reigns from it immediately is fully free, for it is not constrained by any influence of other things. Even as it conforms to that goodness, so does it please it more. The sacred order that gleams in all things is most bright within those things most like itself. The human being has all these gifts, but if it loses one, then its nobility has been undone.
I hear that.
annuls man's liberty, makes him unlike the highest good, so that in him the brightness of its light is dimmed.
I hear that, yeah.
Understand what it's saying. What Beatrice is saying is that God is perfect. God is pure love. God is all generosity, all forgiveness, all truth.
I have to check what's
and we're
uploaded.
created in His image, and so we share all His qualities.
Oh, it is.
The problem is
Wait, so
we have free will and we're immature. And the moment we choose to sin, we turn away from God, and therefore we lose our divinity. And once we take this path, we can only compound our own mistakes, our own evil. Okay, does that make sense? And when we turn away from God by sinning, we're lost. No. Okay, keep on going.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Last game.
Verse 82. And man cannot regain his dignity unless sin left emptiness. Man fills that void with just amends for evil pleasure. For when your nature sins so totally within its seed, then from these dignities, just as from paradise,
30-second loss, that's
that nature
bro.
parted,
Oh,
and
every
they
loss
could
hurts so
never
bad.
be
I forgot how bad we need every win.
if you consider carefully by any way that did not pass across one of these fords, either through nothing other than his mercy, God had to pardon man, or of himself, man had to proper payment for his folly.
Yeah, all right. So what you're saying here is
Issue Kundalini.
This is the worst.
Issue Purva Bhadrapada Shakti.
Okay? And now there are only two ways to redemption. The first way is if we make amends.
What?
Okay?
I hear that.
There's a problem with that. What's the problem with that?
For what? What'd you do wrong without free will?
Make amends for the original sin.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, what is the original sin? Do you guys know what the original sin is?
The knowledge of good and evil, eating of it.
Yeah, go ahead first, and then you create from that knowledge.
Do I know it?
What is that? What is it?
What motivated us? Us? What do you mean, Capricorn? That was all you. That was all you know. Oh, you get right. What about you guys? I'm pretty sure it was knowledge, right? You were tempted by curiosity.
And Eve.
Did Adam have marketplaces?
Why do we eat this food?
Because the problem that God has with it is that we disobeyed him.
Yeah, my mom.
He told us, don't eat the fruit, and we ate the fruit.
How is he angry at disobedience?
Because he's insecure or no?
Go ahead.
The fact that we want to become...
Exactly, if you understand. The problem was not disobedience. The problem was the serpent told Eve, you eat this food and you become like God. Meaning, we want to
cast out of it. Oh, because God isn't in our God.
This is the original sin. Not the stupid fruit. Okay? Who cares if you eat the fruit? The original sin is our hearts became evil.
Well, of course, it's in the garden, but
so evil.
I mean, God's carcass.
Become God ourselves. That is the issue. Yes.
So where did it say that we want to kill God? Like this is
Johnny Carcass.
I know, but like where did it say we want to kill God? We want to be equal with God. That doesn't mean we have to kill him.
We should be good to go. Yeah. We got all the tools.
Just as like she said, the same. If we kill him, just he can't replace them. He can't be
most important game of the year.
You guys, you can understand something. When we are working in a sort of context, you understand? Mm-hmm. At this time in history, what the Catholic Church teaches its followers, its flock, is that the original sin is our pride. Okay? This is historical fact. It started with the Bible, and the Bible literally says that the serpent tempted Eve to eat the fruit because it would make her like God. It's literally in the Bible in Genesis. Okay? Then when Augustine will take this and say, the original sin is our pride. And this becomes the official doctrine of the church. Okay? You guys appreciate this?
Good shot. Let's go. OP plays. OP plays that are just easy money.
And this is Beatrice is saying, okay? According to the doctrine of the church, we want to be like God, And, like, how can you make amends for that? The answer is you cannot make amends for that.
I hear that. Not in the retrograde. Well,
okay.
In your mind,
no
or encompassing.
There's nothing that you could do to appease God.
Why does this guy listen to me? I'm a shooting guard. Obviously, I want the ball. Obviously, I want the ball.
Okay. Shooting?
Good shot.
The worst thing that
we have 2 shooting guards. That's why we're so OP.
Okay. The worst thing that man has ever done.
Michael Porter Jr. is our other shooting guard.
Is to try to kill ball. Okay.
Well, much more. Oh, guard is a strong.
Fix your eyes on the profundity of the.
He's beginning to feel like it.
Heed as closely as you're able to.
Nice. Dunk it. And one.
Man and his limits could not recompense. For no
Can you keep me on the ground?
The offer platter could have been so deep that it could match the heights he meant to reach. Disobedience. Man lacked the power to offer satisfaction by himself. Thus, there was need for God, through his own ways, to bring man back to life intact. I mean, by one way or by both. But since
they watch their films,
man chose
Farming hazard.
the heart from which it springs.
He didn't even care. Here's Marvel Lob.
I'll take full responsibility. Was happy to proceed through its ways to raise you up again. Nor has there been, nor will there be, between the final night of the first day, a chain of action so lofty and so magnificent as he enacted when he followed his 2 ways.
Okay, alright, okay, so this is beautiful.
Let's go.
But this is a lot.
Can you agree more?
Is we can't forgive ourselves, so God...
John, don't look at that. Don't look at that.
God actually drew us in a way that changes us for the better. And so... the thing about his son is that it's a...
They watch all their film. Holy crap.
And
they're prepped.
Okay? So... the fact that a man, Jesus, is going to redeem us.
That was Force's practice.
Safe, okay?
Test it out. Take out the waters. Get my toes in.
Jesus.
You did. Oh, you green? Sorry, Sarko. Holy crap. Forgot it's so strict. You can't have any fun.
For God showed greater generosity in giving his own self than that man might be able to rise, than if he simply pardoned. For every other means fell short of justice, except the way whereby the Son of God humbled himself when he became incarnate.
Okay, so there's a million...
Yeah, humbled the crap out of himself. Holy crap, bro. Over and over and over and over.
I can't just forgive these guys. They learn nothing. And I need them to hurt themselves. But they're humans and they're kind of lame, so they can't do themselves. So the only solution is for the Son of God to become man. Okay? That's the only solution. A million possible scenarios, there's only one scenario that could possibly redeem us, and it's for the Son of God to become man. And it's for sacrifice. Okay? That's the only way forward.
I've noticed this time and time.
Verse 1 to now to give all your wishes full content, and go back to explain one point, so that you too may see it plainly as I do. You say, I see that water, see that fire, air and earth, and all that they compose come to corruption, and endure so briefly.
So, what we do now is help us appreciate the genius of the sacrifice of
Apostate.
Okay? So, I'm going to give you a thought experiment.
Please, no.
Thought experiment.
Let's go, Michael. Michael's more of a clam cousin. Or a total clam cousin.
Or a father. Who cares? You're a parent, okay? And you have a daughter named Eve.
Yeah.
And one day, you bring home...
Shit. I'm not ready for that.
And...
okay.
Eve asks you, do you love this dog more, or do you love me more?
It's so funny. Like a total draw. Like him draw. Green.
Come on, man. Of course we love you both. And then Eve's like, okay. Then Eve can't sleep because she's really disturbed.
Let's go, Michael.
does my mother
It's all my cousin. I'm sorry.
So there's this resolution to solve this problem, which is she kills the dog. Right? She's like, I'm gonna kill the dog. And that's gonna show me if my parents love me more or love the dog more. Okay? As the parent,
please break.
You're completely screwed. Okay? Because let's think about this. What do you do?
I never want to navigate through that.
You told Eve you love them both. You love both the dog and your daughter.
Thought he was kidding.
Your daughter's confused by this, and so she's like,
let's go.
Well, I'm curious now.
Holy crap.
Really love, so I'm going to kill the dog and see what happens. Okay? And so, what do?
Bro, stop asking me these questions mid all game, bro.
Maybe let's just say that this dog is the dog
bro.
And you're the dog.
Can you guys chill?
So if in that case, then in that case, the girl do not like to test it because she knows that it's the only.
Well, the dog is dead.
Oh, it's already dead.
Yeah. So what do? You
probably do a windmill lefty on the dome tops, and then you skip the AT&T game because you're more of a T-Mobile. All things considered.
Anyway,
all things considered.
They would see that what you did hurt them more, and so to forgive them, you have to punish yourself.
No way.
So because you're gonna screw, right?
Yeah, I know this
thing. What's he gonna do next?
I don't know.
Kill more animals, okay? So you cannot do any.
What's she gonna do next? What kind of question is that, bro? Jesus Christ!
Don't worry about it, okay? You have to do something, okay? So if you punish her,
fucking retrograde ass question. Jesus Christ! Hey, Tom goes to the store. What's he gonna do next? I don't know, dude. Is he $20 in his pocket? Is he just what? Is he wasting time? I don't know.
Punish yourself. You hit yourself.
Right?
So,
in evil go mode.
I have to punish you, but. Then you punish yourself, and when she sees that,
what is that? Why would you?
What does she think?
That was girl. Playing this girl.
My mother truly loves me, and will she ever kill an animal again?
Green.
No. Okay?
That's terrible. How
I don't know. But what happened if an animal dies? The parents will suffer, and so she's convinced by the love of the parent, and therefore she's now fully committed to loving her parents.
Dude, all these animations make everything so
logic behind the sacrifice of Jesus. To show all of us that God truly loves us, so that we can now return to loving God. This is a reconciliation, okay? This makes sense, guys. Yes?
He's just wasting 4 hours. That's all this is. That's all this is. He's trying to get watch time.
I will send Eve to therapy. Like, I think this is a very absolute situation. Like, it's either punishment or it's allowance. Like, why couldn't there be a middle? Why couldn't there be...
Let's go! Oh my god, it's like everything was just erased because we don't look too close at the plus minus. That's why.
Okay.
That's why.
Send Eve to therapy. Okay. What is
this? I didn't look at the players. I didn't look at the players. What is this mistake? It's insane.
I'm not a therapist.
I think I found the weak link. This is pre-blinker. Lock in this session.
Okay, but we're just doing some box, okay?
Okay.
Alright. You know what? I'm gonna call the police. And the police are gonna come and arrest Eve. Oh, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna call the therapist.
Oh, yeah.
What? Will this make things worse or better?
I didn't ripstick it. Dude, what a fake ass game.
Then they would
it's just like, I don't know, that's a lob. That's always been a lob to me forever. And I could just can you you can just make the lob animation, the animation where he goes around his arm, bro, or his body. He swung his body to the side.
Sorry. To make her take pills, okay? Right? What's the punishment? In which case, what?
I don't take any responsibility. I don't think I messed up.
The parents they don't love her, dude. Right? They're like, I don't do this crap.
I was about to say because I get no open looks. Because I get like no open looks.
To be honest,
except I hate missing my open looks. Holy crap!
Irresponsible way of thinking because as a parent, I am not a psychological expert and I do not.
Oh wow! Yeah. Let's check the birth chart. Check the birth chart.
My child, I have to give my money and give my time to someone who is more licensed, who is more qualified than I am to help my child.
Sometimes I've noticed this.
Your parents.
Thank God, just thank God. I'm just grateful to be here. I'm just grateful to be here.
Stranger. Like, I mean, doesn't work here in China, bro.
Come on, why do you have to make me lose space between putting hands up and jumping, bro? Just makes it because his CPU action was freaking.
He was trapped in this dilemma where if you send me to therapy, if you punish me by just a little bit in any means, anyway, it shows to me that you don't love me.
Ass back.
Yeah, it's logic, you know. Then you kind of, in her logic, you have, you know.
So annoying, bro.
So how is therapy?
Possible ass freaking shame, bro.
I guarantee you that if you kill a dog, okay, and you go to therapy, they're gonna make you take pills.
Yeah, bro. Because why are you killing a dog, bro?
Okay, and that may not be the best solution. Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Wow, what an enlightening freaking lecture this has been. What the crap?
We need to kind of.
Make me lose aimless to this? What is this? This is garbage, illusion of free will. Garbage, illusion of free will.
There must be something wrong with before.
Dude. I had no help, bro. It was just an ISO on me when everyone was there. Everyone was there. It's all August. We're best friends.
I do have kids, which is why this is particularly concerning to me.
Whatever wastes the most stamina, just do that. Fine.
And then we go from there. Maybe
it's because I was trying to help. That's why we're losing.
Yeah. Listen,
at least this T-Mobile. At least this T-Mobile.
And any of them could pull this crap on us. I mean, like, that's just how kids are. I'm not saying the kids are going to do this, but I'm saying, like, I can imagine
Jupiter and Capricorn
doing this crap on me. Yeah?
So, I noticed that a lot of you have, like, issues with outsourcing help for your kids. Well, what I have to say is, your kids are right? So, as a parent, are you going to...
they're putting Giannis's guard, bro.
The river yourself because you want to do everything for your kid because you're the one who knows them best?
Well, right. Shoulders and more touch. Oh Lord, he could have just green that if he wanted to.
You're convinced that a stranger with a PhD...
I can't believe I've done this. Is it because I wanted to... Is it because I could thread? I can thread? Even though I can thread, coach.
Into this, I know more about the child's behavior.
Nice green it or no? Sorry.
Yeah. But then there's question of risk, right?
I gotta also climb, bro. We got a double stack climb hazard, that, bro. One here. We got a limit.
Application of those tools coupled with the risks you take as the parent to the kid. On the end, the parent instead. Are you doing this scenario, okay? Let's just say it's like, you know what? I really should send my son to prescribe himself. That's kind of stupid. I don't know what I'll do. I'll create this alien species, okay, that is infinitely wise, not calm.
So why do you always say species? It's less lonely, is that why? Lone task activity? Because he goes weird?
The thing about therapy that most people don't realize is that the therapist doesn't force you to do it. The therapist doesn't yell at you. The therapist asks you, and they subtly guide you towards something better. They give you a choice. They give you
I'm so sorry, Michael.
They respect your free will. That's what a lot of people don't realize.
Okay, so you and I are supposed to disagree about therapists, okay? All right?
I'm so
therapists don't actually, well, and it doesn't matter, okay?
I don't know how to make it flop,
but we're trying to explain the logic of Dante, right?
Yeah.
This is a really good explanation.
I guess, even though it's just freaking silver, it's literally freaking circular logic the whole time.
It is not about redemption. It's not about justice or vengeance. It's really about inspiration.
Number one rage baiter, back at it again.
Once we know that Jesus killed himself for our sins, it gives us a spiritual power, and it makes us closer to God. And this is why this marks a radical turning point in human history. Does it make sense, guys?
No, I pump faked.
Because before you ask yourself, why is it there are two?
Absolutely. Sorry. I shot the ball.
Why is it that everyone says that Christianity marks a radical turning point in human history? And now, guaranteed, okay? Because the death of Jesus, the sacrifice of Jesus, is able to rekindle a spark in us.
It's another progression.
Okay, it's showing us closer to God. Before we were on the wrong path, we were in the desert.
What's all my stamina? I got a board of that.
And now we see the light, and we're moving towards the light. Okay. Right, so you guys
more time, so I'm not much more time. Break!
Right, any questions?
He's breaking just like me.
Okay, right.
We're from Berkshire.
You also see, this is really important, guys. This beautiful explanation also subverts Catholic theology. Okay?
Yes.
Because before, Catholic theology was based on vengeance and justice. Now it's based on love.
I noticed this.
Does that make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
It's going to be love to see something like that. We'd love to see a T-Mobile. Just blur that out. Just blur that AT&T part out.
Was one of fear, of vengeance. Now it's just love. Everything happens because God.
I can't believe I didn't get anything.
And that's why
I won both.
Be so careful and deliberate in his solution to the problem. Okay?
Thank God.
Alright?
Yeah, I think I get it.
Let's keep on reading.
Verse 1-7.
Hit him!
These two were things created. If what has been said about this truth,
sorry, bro.
then these things never should be said.
Sorry, dude. Let's get on.
Okay, right, so
I don't need the shot attempts. I got plenty.
yes. If it is true, God is perfect. Every God balance is perfect. Why does
what say about that
perfection exist in the world? For example,
I would have done the same thing, bro. Would have pounced on some type of playmaking as well.
We die.
With me.
Why is there imperfection in the world? Am I going?
Oh, why is there perfection in the? Why is there imperfection in the world, or why is there perfection?
30. Children,
why are there both? Why is there contrast?
Where you are now, these may be said to be created, as they are.
If all Geminis, then what would there be to the T?
As well as those things.
It's like if the entire night sky was white, we couldn't see any stars.
The matter they contain had been created, just as within the stars that wheel about them, the power to give form had been created. The rays and motion of the holy lights bring forth the soul of every animal and plant from matter into truth. But your life is breathed by the chief good, who so enamors it of his own self that it desires him always. So reasoning, you also can deduce your resurrection. You need but remember the way in which your human flesh was fashioned when both the first parents were created.
Okay, okay.
Let's go. You faster.
Yes. Why is there imperfection? Why is it that plants wither and die? Why is it that we wither and die? Why?
Something about a campaign. Oh, Pluto.
It's perfect.
Pluto, that's why.
It's perfect.
They say telomere caps, but I just say Pluto.
Pluto in the world. Yes. Is everything?
Do some ignorant. Do some ignorant like that.
What does Dante say? I mean, Dante tells us.
He says Namostati.
Yes.
Namostati. He says some other stuff too. He says some other stuff too.
But that's explain
that's kind of like
and the animals.
That's kind of like a loose ball turnover.
Decay, yes?
That's kind of like a loose ball turnover. Hold up.
And so God is perfect and He made us imperfect. Correct. So therefore we can be better.
Speaking of loose balls, I think vulnerability. Blinker either way.
Okay, alright. So what this is saying, okay, is that the God's perfection, right? Does God have the time to create the stone or the planet?
I have no idea. What do you just said? Of course, what do you mean? What do you mean? Does he have the time? Time is
This table. Was created by God
to create. Does he have the time to create something?
This table.
Do it, flap. Do it, flap.
Yeah, what created this table?
The illusion of time and
yes, and
render.
This table.
It's been rendered, bro.
And trees, and what created trees?
What created trees?
God created the trees.
The nutrients from the ground. What are you talking about?
God created the small trees and make them a big tree, right?
Or it was rendered in big, bro. The dragon tree? I think the dragon tree was always here. It was eternal.
Right, so you guys understand, God created the laws of the universe. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The laws of the universe is what gives rise to plants. Right. Seeds that become trees, right? That's following the law of the universe. But God created these laws of the universe, and then God lets these laws of the universe do what they do. Okay, do you understand? So if God created the laws of physics, we are governed by the laws of physics. Okay? How are we different from the other creations in the world?
Dude, he asked like the most rage-baiting questions, I swear.
Physics, biology, and chemistry, okay? These laws are perfect. These things that are created.
Other creations?
We are
other creations. We are.
Yes?
We have consciousness and we have free will. So we can like direct our fate and we can like super like an Amazon to put something like this in
What? How do you get a roll? Get past nice steel, bro.
Because God creates the laws of the universe, which then gives rise to everything, including us. We're different from everything else, right? So
Because we made in the image of God, but all the other creatures also we have his traits, I guess. What are skeletons like the water?
Yeah, but how did your body come into being? Because your body
it was totally rendered, but I remember it.
Yes, so what happened? How are we different from animals or trees?
Why are we? I think we're not different from animals or trees.
Remembers Genesis, it said that.
Well, some they're more OP.
They're not allowed the human to eat fruits, right? But the human just choose to eat the wisdom fruit. So it means that they betray God, right? So
guys, we're trying to read Dante, okay?
I guess.
Okay. It's like let's read line 139 today.
Fuck, bro. I got natives.
Just read it carefully.
And I got no steel. No steel. Argentine.
The race and motion of the family are the soul of every animal and plant from matter able to take food. But rarely is transformed immediately by the chief good, who so enamors it of his own self that it desires him always. So reasoning,
no way.
You can deduce your resurrection. You need but remember the way in which human flesh was fashioned when both of the first parents were created.
Luckily, he just got swooped. Luckily.
Soul. What's your name? You have a soul. How do we know we have a soul?
It's the sun, because the sun shines, bro. That's why.
Yeah, it says here, guys. You have to read Dante, okay? Where life is created forth immediately by the chief good. Okay, do you understand?
Yes.
And how do we know this?
Because
it says so in the Bible, right? How did God create Adam? Here's one.
How did God
create Adam?
From the mud or something?
What is Adam?
Mud.
And then what happened?
Whatever. The mud of the air. Nice key.
Breathe into him, and that's what gives Adam life, right? So in other words, God
I got for it when we got here.
Himself in us, regardless of soul. And because God
is so fake
Himself in us, what is our greatest aspiration?
What do you mean our greatest aspiration? There better be the illusion of people having different aspirations.
It's like I give you my finger.
What do you mean to return to God? Why do we still keep talking like you can leave God? It's so annoying.
Your finger is always desiring to return.
He's partitioning himself. He just keeps partitioning himself away from the stuff that sucks.
God breathed himself into us.
This
aspect of God.
They say Indra cheats. What the
and this aspect is always looking to return to God. The same way God is always calling for us to return to Him. Okay? And this is
come on.
Logic of the universe. It's because we want to return.
Yeah, you also.
Okay? It doesn't mean we know how to do so, but we want to do so.
Come on, what was that?
Does that make sense?
I saw it.
Then why do we need to live in the first place? Like, why do we need to...
Super overpowered play? Can't get it. Why don't I start money?
What's the Bible say?
Bible says D up, bro. D up. Like your life depends on it. D up, bro. What the... Alright, fine. You got I should have called Floppy, honestly, when they made me get the ball. We never played. He I should have said Floppy.
Right? Yes.
I knew it. I knew it. I should have talked bad about it. Because I still didn't believe in it. And the mic said, oh, that's why. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just can't lie. Can't lie about how I feel.
Obedience to God's natural laws, hence the laws of physics and laws of biology, while we humans consistently define these laws.
No.
Yes.
They also what did it say?
Well, I don't care.
None of them are sons.
Yeah, poster regard.
Okay, so God creates a universe. The universe is governed by these laws that He creates, okay? Laws of physics. This gives rise to everything, including evolution.
Come on!
Right? What makes us unique is God touched us.
Oh, go hard and what? Bro, why? Why 2K? Just let him make it! Let him make it! He earned it! He did most of the work! He did most of the work!
God's desire is return to the fold.
That was my guy from day one.
What we do is because we desire to return to the fold.
I'll take a look. It's just
okay? Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Return
the most to
we not know it would be.
Oh, hold on.
That's what we truly
no double
aspire to.
Can't do shit. I can't do shit with this ball. All this need to do that.
So reasoning, you can.
I have money though. I have the money to just.
You need.
I'm not even want to lose perfectly balanced this. Perfectly balanced.
What does this mean?
Just ball out. Just ball out.
What's the message here?
Get better at the game. Hit that. Just I'll crash. Just get the rebound.
Yes.
I called my teammates out. I'm head on.
Basically, he was saying that.
Thank you so much. My teammates are good. I'd like to thank Michael Porter Jr. for coming back from injury after
just so easy moment. So if you
those ribs broke
before your front, then you're immortal.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Sorry. Why, sir? Honestly.
Okay, so the saying is like,
come on, have some.
Remember that you think you're a body. You think you're human. What you are really.
That's tough.
That's what it's saying.
I'm the part of God that loses to the Knicks when he has a super overpowered, freaking goated super team.
In other words,
why you?
Can only be reborn.
Everyone's on fire, bro. Everyone's on fire. It's a super team.
So, if it's the case, what's the purpose of life?
Game one.
Right? Because today you're taught that the purpose of life is to seek immortality, to live forever, to be wealthy. Right?
I feel like give each other.
But this is telling us, well, you were going to die anyway.
I'm sorry.
Who cares? And what's the purpose of life then?
For the rest of the quarter?
Yes.
Somehow I believe life is just about being happy, making yourself as happy as possible without harming other people. But I'm pretty sure this is the perspective that's not it's too reasonable.
4 minutes? What?
Well, he rejects the materialism of the Catholic Church, obviously. And basically, he's the pilgrim Dante is blood here. He is flesh and blood here, and yet he is climbing up to heaven. Yeah, exactly. He's up into heaven. So basically, what he's trying to say, what I think he's trying to say is that we have to pursue not material pleasures, but a spiritual good.
Mess it up.
Okay, so
I just wanted to make sure that.
What's the point of our existence? Yeah, maybe because God just tried to come back, so we just hope that people can bring him back because we're part of it. We're just like maybe singing.
So if I have a billion speed, do I just get the dunk with
back, just like we make a machine man, right? So you see that God work? Yeah, we'll come back.
Dude, if I just got the angle, if I had gotten everything I wanted, I would have gotten everything I wanted, you know.
Okay, anyone else?
What? You were not helping?
I think in the last few lines,
dude, I'm getting exposed.
And just like even in paradise, you will get closer to him, even in paradise.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how do you do that?
I guess to know him and be more like him, it takes time.
I know, but I'm saying how. Right?
I think Dante would say the point of life is to love and imagine. Use imagination.
Okay, so these things are the same thing. The goal is to love. Okay?
Probably because I didn't do my dishes, that's why. I'm a little lost. Oh man, I should do my dishes. If I did my dishes, we'd be winning.
Yeah? This guy is love.
See? God agrees.
Is love.
Come on, bro. I want to watch it again, bro. Head off. My back hurts. I don't want to watch your TNT game. It's triggering.
Why are we here?
Why are we here? Nice, dunk it.
Because according to Dante, like you're scratching this.
Oh, my back hurts. So yeah.
God is love, that means that this is a journey.
Shoulders. Nice defense, King. How are you?
Okay, but then why not kill yourself? Like right now. You wouldn't be able to.
Because I would just pop right back here, bro. Because how am I supposed to believe that that's not what I did before I reincarnated and was born into this life, bro? How do I know that wouldn't happen if I did it again?
Which was breathed into us in order to get closer to the source. Okay.
Well.
You should act in accordance with natural law. What's natural law?
Oh, no, don't fuck with my heart. That's what natural law is. Bring up regarding last. Natural law. Natural law.
Okay. Yes? Do you have any? Okay, great. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes?
You should try to experience
this.
Who's experienced more?
You hit me.
Because God can't experience as a human.
Very hard. Okay, so let's do 2 moments, okay? Having God does is perfect. Having God does is for a perfect reason.
I messed it up!
He created the world.
I was so ready, and then I jumped because he was like,
well,
he was taunting me with his... He's still there.
There's suffering. What's the point of all of this?
Let's spoil all this? I don't know.
How would he create a world like this? Yes?
I should post it.
If I didn't know about the whole baptism thing, I would say that we are here and we have to live a full life and we have to live a good life because we have original sin and we have to redeem
because you have original sin, that's crazy work, bro.
With original sin from the Adam and Eve business from original sin. But there's this whole baptism thing, and therefore my explanation is null and void.
Wait. So the idea that you guys need to remember is that we don't have to redeem ourselves because Jesus already did it for us.
Oh my gosh.
This is a major assumption of the divine. So now the question then is, if we're redeemed, everything that is done is for a purpose. Everything is in the mind of God. Everything he does is for a perfect reason. What is the purpose of this world that we live in?
maybe there's just like experiment about we're living the one world is perfect world, just what God created. There's no misery, no sin, everything is perfect. But the other world is like us, where maybe just like hell, where we're incarnating, where
I'm sorry.
Maybe God
Justification.
Ah,
this is the most frustrating shit ever.
Right? And try to find out if just give me the right to the food and I would like to circle around the maze so that would be right. We'll try to knock down the door and try to find the food. So maybe. Yes, go ahead.
So love is made perfect in canon opening, maybe? And that way, so it's...
How am I supposed to learn all the windows better than the AI, the Hall of Fame AI?
You must show an exercise of truth, love, without paying a price for it, so then the other side of the coin is that you have to pay a price or you have to deal with some sort of ugly, evil things to see.
Dante's Inferno. It'll work, bro.
Why would God do this?
Because contrast.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you this question. What is it that we have that...
What? Free will.
Okay. Is that impressive?
No, sorry.
Mortality, yeah.
Perfection.
Imperfection, yes.
Yes. Good.
We can be evil, yes. Okay, let's now step back and think about what's happening, okay?
Oh, nice.
Beatrice and Dante are together, right? What's the relationship?
Teachers.
Exactly. It's teacher-student, right? Because Dante is asking questions and Beatrice is providing answers. Are Beatrice's answers perfect?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I think they're absolutely true.
Yes.
Yes, they are. Yeah, I understand you can argue with her, but I'm saying
chill out with it. You know Beatrice's pronouns?
In her display itself, like Beatrice admitted that her words are but an imperfect reflection of the truth. Like she is trying to communicate the truth, but she is doing it to Dante, and Dante is not able to take the truth in his present form.
Okay, all right, okay. Let's take it step by step, okay? First, we've established that the relationship between Beatrice and Dante is teacher-student, okay? That's part one.
I've noticed this.
Two is, even though you could be right and like when Beatrice expresses herself with Dante,
Just do it again.
Her understanding of the universe is perfect. Correct, yes. Because she represents
no floppy. No man ever runs floppy twice, for he is not the same man, and it is not the same floppy.
Okay? That's number two.
I've noticed this more and more.
Three then is, what then is the point of teaching?
See why I run floppy? Because they racing the screens back in the day.
Okay.
Wanted to get me salivating.
Historically. Yeah.
Well, Dante, with Divine Comedies, you go through hell first to get to heaven, so...
I noticed that, for sure.
You can learn it. Whichever things you can learn if they're good or not, and then return to God yourself. But you have to go through Inferno.
Oh, go all the way.
So, in the Bible, there is a book called Ezekiel. Okay? Ezekiel.
I think I've noticed this.
Okay. So we're
steal it.
We'll ask you, okay? How does Ezekiel receive?
How many times have I been dunked on? 1 billion.
All right. So Ezekiel, it's a book of the Bible, and he goes up to heaven. And he goes up to heaven to receive the word of God.
Give me the word!
How does Ezekiel receive the word of God, do you think?
Yeah, of course. Crap. Who else's word would he be receiving? Sorry, am I being impatient? I have a certain amount of patience. Guys, I have K2 and Capricorn. Y'all,
so
the most of it.
AI stupid. Okay, no.
No.
Okay.
T-A-I. What? Since when?
To me?
Speak to God, he had a relationship with God?
No.
Whoa.
What God did was take the scrolls, right?
I got you.
Carry his message, and then what did God do?
I think he kept playing. He said ball up top.
Did
into
Ezekiel.
And Ezekiel literally ate it.
Oh, at the rim? At the rim?
If you want
rum.
to make sure the prophet delivers the right message, you stuff it down.
My third screen is at mid. That's why the lot bug missed this. So
why is Futures wasting all this time?
No, because practice makes practice.
Yes.
I think Ezekiel agreed to have this stuff down his throat.
Yeah, ostensibly.
So, like, Dante is going through this.
Hit him!
And not just have all of the information stuffed down his
Nice!
The journey is what matters more than the information.
You think accuracy matters?
My odds on they're so good, guys. Guys.
Don't you think, like, accuracy matters?
Oh, yeah, ostensibly.
Right?
I think it's not about, like, maybe it's the idea that it's not the end result or the accuracy. There's not a right answer, but it's the individual transformation and the individual journey that matters.
If I could ever get like a dunk off it.
Why? I'm trying to figure this out. Okay?
Why?
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, like in Ezekiel, you
get
the message down the person's throat so that he forgets it. Okay, and he must hold it word for word. Right? Only does Dante, but not only does Beatrice not stuff anything down her throat, but what happens after Dante goes home? Do you guys remember what happens after he goes home?
He forgets a bunch of things.
He forgets everything!
Not everything.
Basically everything, okay? This is like really weird to like forgot another message to
like
people.
How mobile
like, let's pick a guy who I have to teach, and then he'll forget most of everything I teach. And he's gonna go back and he's going to remember everything. Okay? This is a real silly.
Lock in and brick. Lock in and a brick.
Everything God does is for a reason.
Good help. Oh,
so
and I found him.
God wants us to use and what gift He's given us free will to freely choose to be near.
Oh, we're passing?
And we each have to take that trip or that process.
Yeah, I have to be.
They can take that trip for us.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct. Okay.
Very fine. Thank you, Flame Person. The reason he helped is because he was already going to make it, so they just said, might as well toss him a pity animation. What's giving?
By right, visible.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought I had to wipe it dunk the first time.
This is why this had to happen, right? Oh, what is it that we have that God doesn't have?
He always swings the rock at the right time. That's what I've noticed. At the right time, he swings it. That's why he usually doesn't.
The concept of
but he usually doesn't. So just touch that bit. Literally, that itty bitty basketball.
Oh, I know.
That was a GG's.
We just don't know things. God is all knowing. God knows.
Oh, bro.
We can
How did Ronnie write without happening?
He was right, exactly. Good answer. W students.
It was for him.
Mercury and Shravan.
So what did he do?
I think that he utilized.
What he do? What did they do?
He was trying to preach against us in logic and rationalism.
Yeah. What did he use to create this thing?
And so
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Imagination.
The imagination. You understand?
Because otherwise they would have wasted this whole cutscene, bro.
The imagination. Why can God have imagination? He's perfect. You understand? If you're perfect, you know everything. You cannot fail. Therefore, you cannot have an imagination.
Trust each other.
Okay?
Keep the ball moving and pass.
That's why Beatrice cannot come to our world and communicate with us directly. She lacks the imagination to do so.
That's funny.
All right, thank you, Jennifer.
Right? That's the entire point of this journey. Dante must go through this journey himself in order to experience the truth of God.
That's a W screenshot.
Imagination in order to help us go on our own journey, and that is by writing divine comedy. The entire purpose of his visit to heaven was so that he could write the divine comedy. Okay? Basically, he's a journalist, and he's been invited to heaven to do some reporting and come back.
Trying to think.
Write it in a very nice way so that we can all go on this journey ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay?
A little bit of time.
That's why Dante had to go to heaven. That's why he had to write divine comedy. So that we can ourselves go on this journey to heaven and discover what God truly is.
Wait, does
that make sense?
Tomasi it's just a bit warm for Tomasi
is for a good reason.
It's because I'm not involved.
It's because you're not thinking hard enough.
Right.
Okay? Yes?
Okay, this might be pushing the point here, but if God is perfect and there's nothing that we have that he doesn't have, then how does we have imagination and he doesn't?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't think that's true. Who said that was true?
What is that we have that God doesn't have? Oh, yeah. Maybe because God is...
nothing. Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. The life is limited, so people have imagination, because if you're limited, so you just always want to know more. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Go on.
Imagination isn't...
Life is your creation.
Something you have, it's something that you lack. So if you already know...
92 overall, let's go.
We can imagine because we have gaps in our thinking. So because our lives are limited, we want to transcend to higher realms or higher consciousness. That's why we imagine.
Okay, yeah, but the major point is that what they're saying is that
recycled baseball,
lesser beings. We are co-equal.
We'll challenge your top. I didn't look at the stats. Shoot.
So
let's be busy looking at my stats.
Understand the boundaries of the universe, right? You're trying to create more things in the universe. You can't do so yourself because you're perfection, okay? So you must use humanity.
Sorry.
So everything that happens is for a divine purpose.
Mistake.
You understand?
Okay, I believe you.
And as you say, the reason why we have the imagination is because we have bodies. And the bodies can suffer, bodies can feel pain, bodies can die. And what excites the imagination is the fact that we can ask questions, we can make mistakes, we can...
Whoa! He missed. He wasn't ready for that either. Neither of us were ready for that.
Does that make sense?
Interaction. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes.
But actually,
so we're going quantity over quality here,
this guy's
right?
a claim,
because God could create anything he wants, but he is absolutely perfect. So he is tired of having to create everything, and so he wants people to create more things that he couldn't think of. But these things are going to be imperfect because these people who create are going to be imperfect too. Is that right?
Okay.
I missed.
So
I missed. Wait, bad shot selection? You got.
Okay. And you want to create a perfect world.
There's a contact on the poster at the moment.
What's the problem with that?
I can see. That what if you want to keep then yeah, exactly.
Right?
Don't change over time.
Eternity?
Coda.
Nation. Nothing ever changes.
Eternity is death. You understand that? Eternity is death.
Right.
So the only solution
stagnation
to life is infinity. Does that make sense? God is eternal. We are infinite.
What? I know that. I'm surprised that I braked.
Okay. God is like
wait, so then love is death?
Imagination.
So then love is death?
Therefore, God had to create us. Okay?
Good shot, though.
Does that make sense to you guys?
It does. Well, I can get good animation. That's gonna be a game changer, bro.
Well, actually, I think God maybe just
even though these are great,
the people they don't need to wear clothes. They're naked and they got surrounded by light. They're in the light world, so I mean they will live forever. But just because people will just try maybe out of curiosity, so is lured by the snake. So this
nice,
beautiful. And there's another tree. Instead of the tree with the fruit, there's another tree that is longevity. But the people just choose to.
I didn't want to have to do a quick stop, honestly. I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's good for the longevity.
Yes.
I should have.
Well, I have a unrelated question. So, why haven't anybody else traveled to paradise and write just like Dante? Why there's billions of people that will bring it down?
Crap. I was not ready for this. Still got a rhythm shot off somehow.
What's the answer?
Oh no, let me. If I caught it, I could have drifted one straight to the
well, I don't know if to answer your question, but I do, just like maybe I was in my dream, I can see.
Guys, I feel like with 1v1s, less is more.
And how people just feel suffer.
Really? I usually do square. I shouldn't. It's because I try to give advice.
So that's really.
Who am I talking to?
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, maybe.
I'm talking to guys.
Some universe, this, people just like based some universe.
Why was there Jesus?
What do you mean? Oh, why was there Jesus for the king? Oh, because it makes teaching spirituality so much easier.
Someone else can't come and be another Jesus? Why not?
Because Jesus is a facet of God, and if
what is this, bro?
Also said
dude, I don't want to have to get. I don't think it's about the characters.
Stop. So the first Jesus would be imperfect, and that wouldn't be very nice.
Dude, this is so corny.
Okay, so
it's not corny. It's corny the way I did it.
It was a messenger from
the way I did it, yeah.
Okay, so you asked a question earlier today. How was Dante able to do what he did? Okay, so here's some facts about Dante. The man died without a country. He was in exile. He was living off the generosity of his patrons. And after he finished the Divine Comedy in 1321, he died a few months later. Okay, he didn't experience any fame. He was never paid for money. And it is really hard. Okay, it's hard for us to read it, but imagine how hard it is to write it.
That's how it's justice.
And he was doing it without a particular reward. What's his reward for doing this?
Not money.
He was not famous in his time. He became famous later. In fact, while he was alive, he was despised by some people, the Florentines.
Psycho baseball.
In fact, the Catholic Church was so angry at him, they actually want to dig up his body and throw him to the stake. Okay? So, what motivated the man? How was he able to focus 20 years of his life on running something that may or may not have been burned by the Catholic Church, that may or may not be read.
What? I thought I rhythmed it. Okay? I thought I rhythmed it.
And the only answer that I think makes sense is the moment he was born, he knew what his mission was.
Type. Literally, the frame. The frame.
The Divine Comedy, in its complete form, appeared to him in certain fragments. And in his head, he kept on imagining these different parts. And then when he finally conceptualized the entirety of the Divine Comedy, he then wrote it down. Okay? And why I say this is, okay, I have problems understanding what years.
So good defender, good defense.
Also, think about the impact of Divine Comedy in our world. Not only is Divine Comedy the source for the Renaissance, it's also
wasn't my defense. I always got my defense.
Studying revolution, the Enlightenment, modernity itself. It changed the entire world.
Nice.
So,
W session.
You tell me this is all an accident?
Never.
You tell me, he just got lucky. 20 years, every day, working his ass off.
Tight, bro.
To put this together, not knowing if it would be read one day.
No, it's hype.
And 100 years after it is published, it's never changed the world. It is recognized today as the most important literary achievement in human history. Today, we read it and we can see its power, even though we are no longer part of its world, right? Even if you don't know any history, you can still read the Divine Comedy and feel its beauty, feel its power. How is this possible? Unless this is all designed by God. Unless Dante was a messenger of God himself. And he knew from an early age, this is his mission. And he structured his entire life for this mission. I don't know. Yes.
Again, I think that's a very absolute perspective. I think it actually diminishes the value of Dante and the Divine Comedy as a humanist. So,